flip that switch. We're coming for that top spot.
Ready, we ready, we ready for y'all. We ready, we ready, we ready for y'all.
I want my XRP castle. I got my XRP castle. I'm in my XRP castle. I want my, it's that PG123 castle pit. Castle pit. Castle pit. It's that PG123 castle pit. Castle pit. Castle pit. I'm in my castle now. Living lavish now, yeah, we held it down. Now we hold the ground. No one knows us now, cause it's a ghost town. Rocket engines loud, rockets boosting now. Turbocharged sound, supersonic pow. Into another round, and now we hold the helm. Don't be overwhelmed, you never handled wealth, but now you living well. And now we running round like a touchdown. Dancing all around, cause we run the town. If you ain't hear us then, I bet you hear us now. And when I'm gonna sell, when it's pumping, at 2K I'ma dump it. Buy it back when it's slumping, double up my nuggets. Copy me, you gonna love it. Not advice but trust it, no discussion. Yes we bustin', throttle thrusting. The moon we touching, we keep on crushing. It was nothing. Keep on pumping. XRP castle. I got my XRP castle. I'm in my XRP castle. I want my, it's that PG123 castle pit.
About to build me a castle.
Castle pit.
About to build me a castle. For XRP without a hassle.
It's that PG123 castle pit.
About to build me a castle.
Castle pit.
About to build me a castle. For XRP without a hassle. When XRP blow, I'ma build me a castle. Bought some more XRP without a hassle. Tell myself out of my digital asses. Graduated, flipping the tassel. Ignore the haters, all they do is babble. Bullets beat on my desk like a gavel. The moon on the list of places we gon' travel. Sit back, watch how this bull run unravel. Ooh, investing money to make me more money in this asset class and it's new. I got my ledger with XRP on it. It stick to me just like it's glue. I'm bullish, I'm bullish, I'm bullish, I'm bullish. Don't really know about you. XRP vision, I see with precision. The masses can't see what I view. About to build a castle, can't forget the moat. Got my bags packed, I ain't missed the boat. No. Say you understand, but you really don't. Say you gon' invest, but you really won't. You ain't get the message, you ain't get the note. XRP the best, we don't need the vote. Greatest of all time, that's all she wrote. XRP the GOAT. Yes, I made this choice and I did not do this mistakenly. No. I know where this spaceship going, I'm waiting so patiently. Yes, sir. I invest in XRP and I do it so blatantly. You know, I don't deal with haters, can't let them get close to me. Nah, get away from me, get away from me.
I want my XRP castle. I want my XRP castle. I want my XRP castle. I want my, sitting in my castle top floor, top floor, top floor, top floor. Sitting in my castle top floor, top floor, top floor, top floor, top floor, top
Coffee time. with Berserker and Uncle Buster. Doors open. Good to see you. You know where the coffee pot is.
This is Berserker.
Yo, this is Uncle Buster. Get a cup. Let's talk crypto.
Yeah, dude. This coffee's bomb.
Nothing comes between me and my XRP. All in.
Yeah. Told you once, told you twice. Huh. You should've listened. Yeah. DCOB, been said. If I told you once, I told you twice. Get that crypto, change your life. Now you see these numbers fly. I can't help you. I can't help. If I told you once, I told you twice. Stack that XRP on site. Now you broken, asking why. I can't save you. I can't save you. Back then you were laughing at the screenshots. Now you begging me to put you in the screenshots. I was dollar cars, you were popping cheap shots. Now my wallet looking bigger than your dreams got. I was up late, charts on the nightstand. You was outside, drinks in your right hand. I said pay attention, it's the right chance. You said it's a scam, now you need a life plan. If I told you once, I told you twice. Get that crypto, change your life. Get that crypto, change your life. Now you see these numbers fly. I can't help you. I can't help you. If I told you once, I told you twice. Stack that XRP on site. Stack that XRP on site. Now you broken, asking why. I can't save you. I can't save you. No way, you ain't wanna learn keys. Just wanted keys to a rental.
Shout out, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Time, a live community chat. We talk crypto, we talk red pill, we talk XRP, we talk whatever the fuck we want, and you can join too. Welcome to Coffee Time. Grab a cup.
What up, pimp?
Yo. Do the butter, yo, dude. I love that shit.
Yo.
Beautiful. That's fucking
I did
wonderful,
work
dude.
on the end, man. This is
Bro,
really,
that's
my
your
camera's. I can't stop my camera from moving, man. I don't know what's going on with this camera.
Oh, you got one of them fancy ones.
Well, I turned it off where it doesn't move, but today it's on.
That's weird. How settings reset.
It is weird.
So Romeo the King. If I told you once, I told you twice. Get it? It's funny.
Shut
He
your
goes,
mouth.
"You're-"
Get your zerps. Sit the fuck down. We got to stay in this energy, man. Don't even worry, bro. This something's about to happen so quick that where all the worry was just wasted energy, man.
Damn, that's
We
well
just have to
put.
stay. We have to stay in this energy, bro. We're gonna go from. I'm really not worrying now, bro, but I could. You know, oh, how long is it gonna take? But I'm also over. I'm on no outcomes, bro. I don't got no fucking meditated outcomes for anything, bro. Just go with the flow, man. We're in the what is it? Universal abundant flow. We're in it right now. You just got to stay in it.
Bro, that's well put. I like that. Very positive. Yeah, that's a thing. Like regular dudes and especially women, there's you don't have a plan? Where's your clear plan? The fuck you talking about? It's there. You just can't see it. It's like laughing at the screenshots in this track we just heard. Yeah. It's about knowing what's coming. But that's the thing.
Because even like I've been around people that like long-term plans keep you sort of connected to like centered. You know, if you have a long-term goal and then you start doing dumb shit, you'd be like, oh man, let me get this shit back on track. You know what I'm saying? But I've been around people, they don't have never had a long-term goal ever.
No,
you know,
but they'll say that.
But
they
this
have
is
a plan.
super.
Yeah.
XRP is, or crypto in general, is a super long plan with faith because you can't see, you know, it's literally bah, 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 bah. Things are going to happen. Then all the sheep are going to be bitch slapped and it's going to be $10. And you've been telling them at 20 cents, 15 cents,
And
30
it's,
cents.
and that's the very
50
beginning.
cents.
The
And this
$10
when they come with
slap.
5Gs. They come with 5Gs at $10.
out of nowhere.
Couldn't get $500 anytime, you know?
Yep.
When it's obvious that this shit's gonna happen versus, you know, but at the same time, that's why we're all on our different paths, bro. Like,
yeah. On that last track, he says, laughing at my screenshots. You know what's crazy is that the screenshots he's talking about are glitches. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Romeo, if you're on, but you're talking about the glitches. And yeah, sure, screenshots of your portfolio if you're trying to brag to somebody, trying to save them or whatever, but he can't save you. But you either see it or you can't. There's no in between. There's no like, oh yeah, well, it's weird, dude. It's weird. Like the concept of it mooning to sheep. I've had a couple conversations with sheep throughout the years. And the concept of it mooning, they understand the concept because they don't want to look like an idiot right in front of you. So they're like, yeah. Like all the while, they think you're the idiot. They're thinking that you're the crazy fuck. And it's like, all right, well, this is literally the only chance you got to get out of here fast. When I say out of here, I mean the Matrix life. The Matrix that you're stuck in, that you're going to be stuck in for the rest of your life. And you're going to die like our parents and our grandparents and their parents. Stuck, grinding until you retire. And even when you retire, it's not enough money. There is no hope from here on out in terms of a Matrix life. I mean, sure, the public will benefit. I believe that if something happens soon, financially, yeah, everything's going to skyrocket. Like T-Dog's been saying, he's like, you better get your stocks, get your cryptos now, because we're going higher than you think. That's what T-Dog's been saying, dude, in the last like 6 months.
It's like
that's what he's been fucking saying. And it's like, how do you not hear that? The only reason why you can't hear that is because you're politically charged, you're brainwashed, and you literally ignore everything from the president's mouth. And I think that's on purpose. I'm not saying respect Trump, love Trump. No, take the MAGA out of your fucking, take that shit out of your fucking mind and heart. That's designed to divide us. But all the while, they're hiding this financial fucking, like, renaissance under all of that politically charged bullshit. That's why nobody can see it. Everybody thinks crypto's a scam, and Trump is for crypto, so it must be a scam, and fuck Trump. I mean, you got to separate it. And that's for the newbies. I know all you guys in the chat, all you blue crew understand that. But for the newbies, if you're watching, that's what's going on. And it's only a matter of time for clarity's passed. Kevin Warsh just became new SEC chair or new Fed chair. We got a new Fed chair like fucking 3 days ago. Like, shit's about to go down. And Trump's been yelling at fucking Powell to lower rates and change shit up and switch shit up and start this bitch. And now we got Warsh on deck. He might be a deep state swamp monster, but you got to get away from that. Nobody gives a fuck. They're not dead. They're not going to prison for treason, which they should have. They didn't. So we're dealing with this whole swamp creature thing going on. Get that out of your head. Just think money. What they're going to do is flip the script. You know what I mean? And it's going to be like Buster, I believe. It's going to be like what Buster talked about. Quick. Sheep bitch slaps to the face. $10 overnight. Bloop.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to, no matter what size your bag is, I think.
Bro, even right now, $1.40.
I think you're going to be pushed fast forward mode. You know? Like right now, we're sort of complacent. We're waiting for things we would like. But I think you're about to be on fast forward real quick. Because even all the work you've done, like, I mean, shit, when I bought, I went, 8.5 years ago? I'm 8.5 years deep in this shit. You know how much shit I've learned? So right now we're waiting for like regulations or some event or whatever. But when that happens, all the work is already done. You know what I'm saying? When that event happens, whatever event it's going to be, there's no hopping on real quick. You know, so all the work you've already done will then you'll be validated by the universe, right? Because what you said, even like people that, I won't say everyone don't see it, but they're more comfortable being around people and validated. Because once they step outside, they got to step outside on their own. They got to stand up to all the people they want validation from, whether it's friends, group, family, whatever, you know? So I think it's a little deeper than if they see it or not. It's about stepping out, because we all chose to learn this shit. This is where I was a conspiracy theorist first, so I learned how to research. So I just literally transferred that research. I stopped doing the red pill. You know, YouTube changed all crypto shit for a few years, bro. Probably like 3 or 4 years. But we chose to get comfortable in an area we're uncomfortable with. You know, now we're comfortable, and that's you ascended. Because everyone, you know, I was chasing candles when I first got in this shit. I bought Tron at a penny. That bitch went to 18 cents. I was still buying Tron. Tron was crazy, bro. Like, you know, when the hype happened and XRP was $3, Tron was like a quarter. So when people say, you know, but people still think that $20 out of the question for XRP, man. You know, it's not.
No, sir.
Get ready.
Yes, sir.
Because when I go back to 2017 and 18, there was no fucking crazy good article that came out on why it went to. There was nothing. It just fucking took off, dude. You know, but then we all still think we need. I truly don't think we need clarity, but I think it's going to be either the beginning or if we start to move before clarity, it's going to be a ramp up from then, dude. And that's how you get into bigger numbers than the average person would think's possible. But then when you watch a Google fucking thing and be like, oh, possibly, you know, $5 to $9, they're fucking slow playing the fuck out of people, bro. You know?
Yep. That's good, bro. Yeah. No, you're right. I can't discount the red pill part, but you're right though. You focus back. And you know, you focus back on the money part of it and try to block out the MAGA noise, the no kings noise, all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Whether or not you believe Trump's a fucking Zionist king or he's the anointed one to save us, it doesn't fucking matter, bro. What matters is if you got a ticket onto the train.
Ripple Express. it was a dusty old Amtrak engine, spray painted blue. Once this shit hits, it's about to turn into a magnetic fucking train doing 300 miles an hour, dude.
300 miles in Japan.
Yes.
Japan.
And you can't just hop on real quick.
Oh, fuck. They're not going to, bro. Even right now, $1.40, bro. Someone coming up, not believing it. Someone coming up with $500. That's so hard for someone to do. You know what I mean? They made it so hard, bro. You've seen the price of beef. Like, for like 4 oxtails that are like this big. Like, you know, not thick, but like that big around. 4 oxtails in a package. Boop, 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 boop. That shit's $45 at fucking Costco.
Crazy, man. I've never had oxtail.
Oxtail's full of bone, bro. What are you doing? Like, it's good. It's full of collagen, a bunch of good shit for you. And oxtail soup is bomb. But you're not even buying straight up beef. You're getting bones and shit in with it. And it's $45 for 4 oxtails in Cali. It's fucking retarded.
In Cali, though. Yeah. I bet you other places it's cheaper, man, because...
Well, shit, gas is half.
I want to try
half what it is other places, dude. Dirty on deck.
Dipato, I need to be more than 20. Yeah. I'm just talking about. I'm not talking about flip switch. I think.
Well, he said 20. Melissa, he said 20 as that's a ridiculous price. Like meaning people think it can't go there. He was, as far as I understood it. So in other words, it's gonna go there and higher.
And higher.
Yeah.
But
totally.
Yeah, I believe spec run could get crazy high without flip the switch. I think we go way over 100 in a spec run.
Well, you know something's cooking.
It might take real money. It's going to take real money just coming into it, but I'm not talking about tokenization. I'm not talking none of that shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, here, when it starts going, dude, like when it's not going to stay small. Like, in other words, we're not. So you know something's going on when Twitter, everybody's either FUDing, like FUD maxing, or they're bullish like us. Like something's going on. It's getting to where it's not just like everybody's kind of low simmer. No, this is like motherfuckers are like XRP's not going anywhere ever. And then you got the other side that's like us. You know what I mean? That's chilling, that's bullish, that knows it's about to pop off. So it's really even the crypto space is very, polarized. Yep, Uncle B Banks bought 70%. Bought more than advertised. Same with crypto, Lullaby, the plebs, the molasses protocol, the bearable bear. Done told us, hell yeah, Johnny Cole, hell yeah, and we knew it. I knew it, dude, in my heart, bro. When Buster was showing me shit back in the day, fucking knew it. You know what I mean?
Can I say something real quick?
Sure, buddy.
I was doing calculations with with Grok the other day. I think people are looking at the whole situation the wrong way. I think this goes back to Uncle Buster's ratio stuff that we keep talking about. If you look at so we just had the Bitcoin pizza day. So what I did was I asked Grok. I was like, hey Grok, give me the prices of XRP in relation to the Bitcoin day stuff. So give me a price chart. And then it gave me all the prices, and then I was like, okay. I was like, based off this chart, give me the ratio and the percentages of gain. And then he gave it to me, and I was like, oh shit, okay. So XRP, even though it's cheaper, it's lower in price because people are looking at the dollar sign value of all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the dollar sign value of XRP is lower than Bitcoin's dollar sign value, the percentage of gain is higher on XRP than it is on Bitcoin, right? Now, the people who got into Bitcoin early, they're making a killing, right? Those are the ones who are making a killing, and they're continual. Same thing with the XRP holders. The one who came in first, they're the ones making a killing. But if people who are investing now, right? Because the past is past is gone. Now, if we were to take the same percentage of gain for the next few years, right? Even though XRP could hit hypothetically $8, right? And let's just say Bitcoin hits hypothetically 300,000 or 200,000, the percentage of gain on XRP over Bitcoin would be higher. So I think people are you're looking at it the wrong way of how much, what is the dollar sign value, and not looking at the percentage of gain value. So people should look at it that way.
Melissa says, nice PHP, nerdy. And it's even funnier.
Ready for aliens.
It's even funnier when you start talking. Bro, motherfucking gray embrace the truth, bro. You should embrace a wrench. That's what you should do. That's a bullish ass comment. When in doubt, zoom out. You don't get sued if you have no real threat or value.
Yeah, so let me go over. I think Ski Mask had a comment about 2000. Because we figured it out on the extra bullish with the 2017 move, which was 76,000% in 10 months. We're in that move again. It's just it was 334, I think. 334 was the top of 76,000 if it did something like it did in 17, 18. So we're at the beginning of that fucking move. We're on the beginning on the move up because we've been stagnant for years, but it's way bigger than a $20 move when you zoom out.
BTC rug pull.
Here it is right here. It's Kepson 73. XRP was about $3 2000. Yes, it was March 2017. It was 0.006. January 7th, I think, of 2018. 10 months later, it was 385. No bullish articles, no NDAs, no nothing. For no reason, it was 385. And then to stop that move, I'll tell you this.
Facts.
To stop this move, this is another fact. CoinMarketCap pulled all of South Korea's volume to make that bitch go down to $2 like overnight. Just chose not to add South Korea's volume on CoinMarketCap.
You know what's nuts is that CoinMarketCap got bought out by Binance.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not it was owned by Binance. I don't know if it was owned by Binance back then, 2017, 2018, but Binance owns CoinMarketCap. It's the Disney effect. Everything's ran by Disney. Even Pornhub. So fucking evil.
Pornhub's run by Disney. That's so
yeah,
sad.
Disney owns Pornhub, dude. Isn't that nuts? They own everything, dude. It's crazy. This show is a show that you guys can join.
All right, I got it. I
got a Babygate link in the chat. Go ahead and click that if you want to join us and talk shop. Let's go.
So on 2012, right? Bitcoin was what, $5, and then XRP was 0.005. Ratio supply is 1,000, and then it goes into percentages of gain. 2013. So 2013, you had Bitcoin at $123, and then XRP at 0.006, and the percentage of gain of Bitcoin from $5 to that was 2,000%, and XRP was 20%. But if you keep going to what we just talked about, 2017, the percentage of gain of XRP to Bitcoin was 3,900%. So in 2017, XRP did a 3,900% increase over Bitcoin's 377% increase. It puts things in perspective, right? Because that's it's a massive, massive upside.
Yeah.
What are we at right now?
But I mean, even Bitcoin, man, if you're holding, like, if you got in Bitcoin early, even to get, what did you say, 377%?
On what day?
You said Bitcoin was like 300 and something percent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's 4 times your money on billions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's crazy good in itself, bro. But 3,900 steroids, like, that's 40x your bag, you know.
There's your answer. $1.40 times 76,000% is 760.
No, you can't do it on that because the move didn't start now. The move started.
No. The commenter's asking what's 76,000% now.
Oh, now?
$760.
It's over that.
Yeah. But what is it? 140 right now?
It's 135.
135. Okay, so a little less. 700. So that
it's going to
same
be like
move,
900.
Yeah, that same move in 2017 from 50 cent to 385 would be $700 now.
Okay,
let's share screen real quick because the move. When we figured out an extra bullish hour, Baggy figured out where the move should start from. But when you look at this,
we got Marcus on deck. What's up,
this is okay. So, here's my cursor. You'd have to go like this move here is, I mean, that's 006, what we're talking about, March 006 to 385. That move started, we repeated like in here in the 25 cent range, right? Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. So when we got to $300, it was probably off of like a 30 cent, 25 cent when the move began. We're in the first leg of the move, but you can't figure out 76,000% times $1.35 because that's too high. That's what I wanted to show.
But that $10 is changing lives.
$10 is nothing, bro.
Right, but it's changing.
But that's what I'm saying. If people aren't zoomed out, you could get caught up in thinking $10 is a big move, but when you zoom out, we're in a fucking massive move. But we're in a fucking 7-8 year cup and handle. First of all, on top of all the other shit, right? It's crazy.
We got Melissa on deck. What's up?
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's up, Melissa?
Man, I'm telling you, fantastic. And your cameras look great. You were talking about your cameras like earlier. I'm like, I need some lessons, fellas. I mean, it is super clear and sharp and beautiful. And yeah, have I told you lately that you're my favorite show? Literally. I'm telling you, you guys, I love it. I love it. I'm back here working. I just learned Opus clips. I don't know if you guys have heard of this.
Yeah.
It's about ready to take me to the next level. $174.
Wow.
You know, you use StreamYard though. I haven't tried it, but Fuma was telling me you could do shorts.
You can.
Have you tried it?
Yes, and it works. Actually, it generates them automatically, but they're not that great. I mean, StreamYard is coming up, like it's getting more and more like features and things like that, but it's still time consuming to do it. And so I'm going to have, I don't know if you guys have heard of Ruel Black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's coming on the show. And so we were having a pre-call and talking and he said, I've been using Opus clips, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm playing around with it, and I just posted, I did a trial. I posted to Facebook, Facebook, X, YouTube, and TikTok, which I've been wanting to do. And it did it all it's great. And you can schedule it out too. So, and they have a special right now, 50% off. So I went for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for the compliment, Melissa. Appreciate that.
I mean it sincerely as well.
You know what's funny is that you're part of this too. You get people, so everything begets people. Every character, every person that comes on the show begets a group of people. So you make it too. It's like Stone Soup. The whole village makes it because you brought the onions, Marcus brought the carrots, Buster brought the beef, Nerdy brought the fucking green beans, I brought the olives. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I don't like olives, but I don't like olives, Nerdy.
I love olives. I'll eat your olives for you. Give it to me.
But no, dead ass, Melissa, it's everybody's show. That's what's crazy about this shit. Is that me and Buster sit here and talk for days, but then it eventually gets old. We could do it forever, but it doesn't. It's when everybody comes on.
Keep smoking that hopium, berserker. Keep smoking that hopium.
Right? Yeah. Right.
It's not hopium though, man. It's really not, bro.
But that's
you
the one
figure.
Yeah.
The comparison 2018 to what we already did, we went to like 370. I don't know how high we went. 350, 370. We did that without any trickle down. 2018, Ethereum and Bitcoin trickled the fuck down to XRP, zero doubt, right? But we went and fucked with those numbers recently without trickle down. That's scary.
You know what's crazy is that recently the Ethereum Foundation has been like melting apart. Everybody's leaving. People are jumping ship. Above? Really? Yeah. Oh yeah. Above Waters Crypto. He was like, I'm gonna sell all my ETH and fucking buy ZERPs. A lot of people are like, fuck ETH. I'm gonna buy ZERPs right now. Like they're saying that on Twitter right now. So.
It's really interesting, guys, because like I said in the comments, I've been seeing an uptick in messages saying like, oh, there's no way the XRP can reach, $10, let alone $100, whatever. And even like at work, you know how you open up your computer and they have like the stories that come on. And now, of course, it's from Motley Fool. So look up Motley, what it means. And, of course, they're full of crap anyway. Yep. But it was a whole big article on how XRP is it's just not possible, and you know, that sort of thing. And so when I start seeing stuff like that at work, I know there's a push. There's a push to put that message in people's minds. Don't even bother looking at it. So that just makes me think something big is coming, because they're really trying, like a lot, just even some of these influencers are coming out and they're talking negatively about the price and laughing. And I'm like, oh boy, something's going to happen soon.
Grown men will cry.
Right, Marcus?
Bro.
All right,
Bro.
you guys ready for this?
Let's
Run it,
go,
dude.
Nerdy.
If Bitcoin did a 92,500 and XRP did a 185, that's only 19% gain for Bitcoin and a 35% gain for XRP. Now, if or is it 28? So if Bitcoin did a 145 and XRP did a $3.20, right? Bitcoin's gain would only be 87% and XRP's gain would be 133%.
Yeah.
Man.
So you really don't need that high of a price evaluation for XRP to pump. That's the thing, though. Like the pumps are the little gains, and it keeps going. Like let's just say, there was a big one here. I did. Let's just say Bitcoin did a 195, right? Nearly 200,000. That's 152% gain. If XRP did a $4.20, that's a 206% gain.
They're calling for a 2,000% on this next one. So it's like
Really?
20. Is that like $20 or $25?
For XRP, no. I don't think there's a lot of factors into consideration. So we're still battling Bitcoin at this point in time for number one. So until we pass Bitcoin, then we don't really see ridiculous numbers. That's just
there's more XRP ETFs than Bitcoin ETFs, right?
Yeah, but the ETFs kind of just like they take XRP off the chain and they just hold it in their own little circle. So it's kind of like it's not really being used.
So we're waiting for Bitcoin to turn into the major altcoin.
Technically.
Basically, the decoupling, right? That's kind of the
Bro, embrace the truth. I think we should give him a wrench, bro, without earning it on the show.
Yeah, he's on the same thought.
He's on point, bro. Yeah. If you think
That's
Ripple
why
has endured I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, read it. Go ahead.
If you think Ripple has endured what it has and is getting all these acquisitions in place and legal clarity just for $20, please just give me your 12-word passphrase.
they said the DTTC is going to have a July release, like a first release, and then their second bigger one in October of on-chain tokenization. So that first wave will get it pumping, get people selling because they need money right now. Times are hard. And then we'll get another launch pad later this year.
Well, bittersweet, bro. It's bittersweet as fuck. So we start mooning. Unfortunately, he's right, bro. Embrace the truth. He goes, yeah, super cycle coming with a CUM.
Look at this one, Michael Saylor.
So embrace the truth. He goes, when it hits 40, he goes, when it hits $40, the majority of XRP holders will never see it hit 4 digits. And that's correct because everybody's going to be, Michael Saylor.
$5 people are out, bro. Taylor, this week we bought bonds, not Bitcoin. Big Back is charging, but they had to sell some Bitcoin too. So now they're reevaluating their what they're doing.
That's why I got on the ramp up thing. Because I think Nerdy's hit the point when we go full flip switch. It's going to get crazy numbers, and that's why I think the bearable guy says 589, because I think that's even, what is it called when you're gatekeeping people? I think the 589 is gatekeep XRP, because if an average XRP guy makes it to 589, they're going to think they made it to the end.
The psychological,
gatekeep.
I like RPM. I like RPM's math better than mine, bro. He did 135, which is lower than 140. At 73,000%. I did 76,000. He came up with 986. Let's go, dude.
Yeah. But the beginning of the move is probably more of a quarter. So figure out a quarter.
Couple
20
hundred.
cent range.
Oh,
Times
quarter.
700. Yeah, times 760. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
I see what you're saying. So rather than it being hundreds, it's going to be, what is that? 25?
It's going to be like 300.
Yeah, what is that?
We did it on Extra Bullish because Baggies has the full chart, the height chart. This one's not the height chart, but just do like 20 cents times 760.
$589 is also full circle. You know, the 360.
There it is. 152. So I forgot to hit equals last time. That's
So we're probably like figured out like a 30 something cents times. It was like 334 when we figured out with Baggies on Extra Bullish Hour like 2 fucking years ago. It was probably over 2 years ago.
That's still life-changing shit. 150. It's a big deal. So let me go back to that number because I fucked that up last time. I didn't hit equals like a dumbass. RPM, you're right, bro. He did 73,000. I'm going to do 76,000 times 140. So this is just going back to the original thing. And then, 1,064. So yeah, your 986 is right. But that's from $1.40. That's not,
I agree with you, Cool Pep. I don't think it's just a price. I thought it was multiple meanings, but I mean, if you go back to the original 589 in front of the United Nations.
Well, they also say it's COMEX rule 589, so it's like
589.
Gold,
it's
silver.
also consciousness, but I understand the different meanings, but there's also a price attached to it as well.
But either way you slice it, bro, we get anywhere near high double digits, mid double digits, not even triple digits, double digits. Then motherfuckers' lives are changed. Everything's changed. You know what I mean? We're not sitting around picking our nose like we have been for years, And I'm not saying that we've been only picking our nose. There's a lot of people that have been grinding and working and creating and doing shit. But like, it's really a battle against whether or not you can hang on to your bags forever. And if you got the money, keep stacking. Like that's what a lot of people are doing. But if you don't have it, whatever you've got is just, you're just going to have to make it work or something. But it is what it is, man. It's fucked up. But this is definitely a slow race, like tortoise and hare type shit,
Patience.
I mean, I don't know what kind of other nothing burgers are going to come up, but they have successfully kicked the can down the road and moved the goalpost to July 4th now. When we were end of April, you know what I mean?
It'll keep moving until 2028. I've been saying this for ages.
Right. Oh, Tim, people won't believe they missed the great XDC. Yeah, they're going to cry too.
Everything's on a compliance schedule. It's not like random shit are just happening just to happen.
But it would benefit them.
I remember you talking about that years ago. So yeah.
It would benefit them to move it up before 2028. Unless you just try to get the weaker hands out, but they would literally get more coins back if they launch this bitch to $50 in the next year.
Well, that's what that 589 is. It's the rotation of all these coins. So some are going to blow up, and then the next year, and then it'll be a rotation. It'll always be a rotation.
Well,
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here until 2028 if they chose to do that, and they're not getting one fucking coin from Uncle Buster.
Marcus, you're saying that's considering it stays speculative. But like if we start ramping up and we're going up because of utility and legal and laws, and I mean I don't see it going back down. I don't. Not substantial like we are.
No, I'm not saying way back down. I'm just saying they're all going to have different timing.
Fire off. They fire off sometimes.
Get people to start chasing stuff and doing all kinds of psychopath shit.
Nerdy Dahmer's got a question. Is ZERPs compliant with banks without smart contracts?
Yeah, I pulled it up. It's not about XRP. It's not about the native asset. It's about proxy. It's more about RLUSD than it is about XRP. So the more adoption the stablecoin gets, is the more attraction comes to the ledger itself.
I would say there's another
Conflict's-
one that's
Conflict's been crying. I mean, he don't need Moon to weep.
Michael Glenn, 1787. I can't believe they truly want us all out. Why they keep giving us the opportunity to keep making our bags larger? Because I know myself, I'm never selling the majority. Yeah, but I think at the same time, there's less of us. Like, I think this channel, I mean, we've been doing this shit for fucking 6 years total. We got 2,100 subscribers. There's less of the hardcore people. There's more of the mainstream, you know, that aren't as hard. But like the people that watch our show and these other shows, like that are spending over an hour, they're a different level, but there's less of us. And that's what made us add up the whole fucking rich list, is because I would say like, oh man, we have like 10 billion coins, and then people would be like, no, retail only has 2 billion. So we fucking added up, you know, even though institutions are hidden in that list, because I guarantee you they have multiple accounts with 500,000 in them, right? Versus showing the public that there's, you know, but still, it still went down like 8 billion on a $2 rise. So people do unload, man.
Bro,
And,
bro, to add to that it's the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's the imposter syndrome. The motherfucker that thinks he's smart isn't fucking smart. You don't understand that. You're making a point. So the fact that you don't understand that means you have the fever and you understand what's actually coming. It's like the motherfucker that wants the power position is the guy who shouldn't get it. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's
yeah.
people that, you know, like blockchain, when blockchain backer, he sold his shit. He could come up, right? It's a good move, but you don't think they were planning on that when they plan all this shit out? You don't think they're going to catch all the traders? Like, I think the last move is catch all the traders, dump in their bags, and it'll never come back down, right? And that, to me, that'll be the final move in this whole ramp up. They know what traders, they know what everybody does. They know what the haulers do. They know what the traders do. They're going to catch them all. That's why I do ratios outside of XRP. You know?
We're not selling.
So that's my move, to stay in XRP and not like, because I was like, dude, I don't know when this shit's going to go. I know it's going to go, but I don't want half my bag out trying to double up my bag. You know, I'll just fucking go over here and find other ways to do it and stay in. But because I think the last move is catch them all.
Pokemon.
Yep. Tyron Copeland, bullish. Newbies and traders are out when XRP hits their profit margin or gets their money back. And it's sad as fuck too, because you want to think,
bro.
Yeah, you want to think that everybody's like us, but they're not. That's why it's the same 200 motherfuckers on here every time.
Do you think this new Trump tweet is just another kind of like a bait?
What he tweet? What was the
tweeted
newest?
that they came to like a conclusion in the coming week or something. A peace deal. It was this morning.
Iran
I think
shit?
yeah, I think it was this morning.
Well, that
I saw the XRP accounts.
I was reading some
like,
shit from a couple of. Sorry, go ahead.
The 300,000 new XRP accounts have locked up another 600,000 XRP. Maybe
Bullish.
something is coming, man.
Well, I was reading some.
There's
shit.
a lot of XRP that's locked up that's not being used, and a lot of holders who are holding their XRP are not even using it. They're just holding it. And that's the thing about XRPs. A lot of people are not understanding is that it gives you ability to do things that otherwise another asset wouldn't allow you to do. So once people start grasping the concept of, it's not really just about holding XRP, but it's about, you know, using it to give out loans or you know, earn interest in some kind of way through loans or whatever, that's gonna bring more attention to the whole damn thing. And then you have the whole compliance matter behind it.
Are AI agents buying and holding on their own wallets yet?
AI agents are using stable coins to transfer value.
They can't buy XRP?
They can buy crypto, but it's not why would they need to buy it.
Well, I'm just because I mean, when is that whole army of AI agents going to come in and buy all the XRP is what I'm wondering.
They're not gonna buy it. They're just gonna gonna use it by proxy. Yeah.
Or hold it. Yeah, hold it or whatever. You know.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Remy.
What's up, pimp? Remy SF on
Hey
deck.
guys, I was just thinking about Nerdy saying a couple of years. It kind of irked me a little bit. But Nerdy, what about all this tokenization that's supposed to be coming this year? And how would the ledger accommodate all that if we had to wait 2 years?
The ledger, but you have to understand, the ledger doesn't have smart contracts.
It doesn't, but it's still going to be used, I think, at least 10% or more.
The way how the XRP ledger does quote unquote smart contracts is through NFTs. That's why the dynamic NFT was such a big deal.
Right. It can
That'll
do
change.
that.
That'll change.
It can do that, but ultimately the public change will be the XRPL, and I'll have to go through it somehow. So I thought that was going to be a non-issue. That's
Well, isn't that they're just going to stack these other chains underneath XRP, right? So
yeah, they're just going to play them.
it's all going to be
secondary to the XRPL, because that's going to be the main blockchain of the world, pretty much. I mean, in my opinion, it's going to be the #1 blockchain. So wouldn't they be running all that ultimately on there and have to even do some of it this year?
No.
I don't think anybody fucking can explain until
there's multiple chains that are being used.
Oh yeah, I know, I understand that, but I know that the XRPL is going to be the most prevalent in terms of everybody getting on and having to use it publicly. I don't know how they can. I mean,
they just plugged Stellar into the XRPL, then they got smart contracts, right?
Yeah, but that's not how this is working. The ledger excels in payments alone. Forget about tokenization right now. The ledger excels in payments alone. There's other chains that are being used for that. For example, like Algorand, for example, like Polygon, for example, like Hedera, right? Those chains are being utilized heavy right now.
Oh yeah.
AVAX, Avalanche, that's another one being used heavy. Stellar is massively being used right now.
But do you think that's all just game plan? Let's get these other guys looking like they'll be the ones tokenizing everything, and then it'll just XRPL.
What Ripple is aiming to do is handle the back-end infrastructure, not more towards a commercial infrastructure. They're aiming towards the equities market rather than the front-end commercial markets. They're not really concerned about that. That's why it's more exciting, because equities market is way larger than anything to do with like tokenization or if anything really.
Yeah, but tokenization is going to be able to be on the chain, and they're going to have some skin in the game with the XRP token.
Wasn't that
to be able to do it?
4 quadrillion?
Yeah, 4 quadrillion on that.
How many zeros is that? Like 20?
A lot.
I mean, yeah. I mean, all like
Wait, what the
XTC,
hell?
everybody's going to be getting into it, but they're ultimately going to have to get on the XRPL, I think.
You just look
I think
at that
2028 is going to be crazy money, but I don't agree that we're not doing nothing until 2028.
Yeah, I really think that,
because now you're asking for more hopium. Now the chart, to go to, like, I could see 589 happening in the next year or two, and then 10 years from now it's 30 million. But now you're asking for 30 million from $1.35.
They want you to think you got time, is what's going on. Like, oh, we're going into another bear market. You got time. You'll get in at 80 cents and all this. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, it's all about. I think retail now is like 25% on the float, and the rest of it, 75% is all corporate. So they want to do this more than us. I think that retail is going to get phased out, and they got all kinds of tricks to get us. But I think their main focus is just finishing up, cinching things up, and getting the XRPL running. Because the more you get on that public block, the public ledger, it's just going to have to accommodate all that money, and they are going to have repricing and all that.
Pull pull up that video of Larry Fink saying we need to tokenize everything very rapidly, get it on the ledger. I mean that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some. I mean, look at Trump's term too. I mean, it's all been shit up to this point, and so he wants to prove something soon. Or, they're saying that he'll be another lame duck, which I highly doubt. So he's going to be pushing hard for this soon too, man. This is his last term, so he's only got about 2.5 years, right?
He's on the new hundo.
Larry ended up making his own blockchain.
He's a private that's going to get on the XRP.
His own, everyone's going to have like a blockchain. I'm assuming
it's all the walled garden stuff, but they have to get it out into the on the XRPL, man. It's going to explode, dude, from every angle, every country. It's going to be crazy.
I thought this was bullish. This is from Where's Waldo, fucking Vincent Scott. You know him. He's a little fucking nutcase. But he goes, XRP holders, WARSH will cut interest rates. Clarity Act will get passed. Then an event is going to force Congress to make Genius and Clarity Act effective immediately. Why? The bond market. The ability of the government to sell debt will need the stablecoin issuers to pick up the tab. This will supercharge adoption by flooding the market with stablecoins. This is kind of along the lines of what Nerdy's been talking about. All places will be asking you, how would you like to get paid? Stablecoins will be the de facto legal tender. Here's the twist. The reverse. BRICS unit drops. Everyone realizes that the inflation and debt is endless with stablecoins backed by debt, and intentionally the shift begins. This causes the issuers to swap out the backing. Fed picks up the tab for the debt out there that is getting dumped. Meanwhile, we preserve value in units that retain static value. Fed gets stripped of assets, gold to revalue, has no CBDC to monetize, and everyone is abandoning Fed notes for stablecoins. Fed becomes largest holder of debt that then gets negotiated down or eliminated. Meanwhile, all that trading of tokenized assets, which is what Remy talked about, securities and stablecoins need a permissionless platform with the tech to scale with the license infrastructure to facilitate. And guess what? Who has that? Ripple.
Yeah.
So,
anytime someone mentions BRICS, I'm like, no, stop.
Right. He's a fucking lunatic. He's a lunatic, dude. Vincent Scott. But I just, every now and then I come across like bullish shit. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, the world is not going to dump fiat for stablecoins. That's stupid. It's not going to happen.
Well, he was saying some sort of event, so that could be like a cyber attack type shit.
No, the United States already has bills for creating a digital dollar. It's called the eCash Act. It hasn't been enacted yet, but there's already bills into place where a reissuance of currency comes from the Treasury and not the Fed. It's the reason why the Treasury is buying all the debt and not the Fed.
Ooh-wee. Run it, bro. But he had said something about the wars ending too, or like someone else had made a comment like that. Like
wars don't end. War is a forever business.
No. He was saying
homelessness will never end.
Right. I agree with that. But what I'm saying, this particular shit where it's like, oh, Iran, we created a peace deal, like Marcus was talking about, and then that will signal the beginning of all this like financial crazy, like good crazy shit going on.
The Iran situation has more to do with the United States protecting itself against China more than anything, because China is the only competing superpower that we have going against us right now.
Didn't President Xi and Trump shake hands for like a fucking man shake for like 5 minutes?
Winnie the Pooh and Orange Man.
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Kepson dropping bombs if XRP can go up multiple thousands of percent like in 2017, 2018 without any utility. Imagine what it could do now with all the banks, companies working on with the XRP ledger. Fuck yeah. Bullet.
Exactly, but
it's way bigger than it was then.
Let's say you get that outcome, it's not going to feel like it's just beginning, and that's why they get coins back. It's not going to feel like there's no utility. It's going to feel like you made it to the top for the average fucking person.
Right.
Like, okay, go to the top 10% is like 2,100 coins. They're not watching shows like this. Most people aren't watching shows with that spent $500 one time. They're just seeing what their $500 is one time, you know, the average person. And if you are, you're going to fucking hold your bag way longer than that person, right? But
I mean, shit, dude.
Euphoria is going to smoke, especially if they go Euphoria into 2028. This is how they catch all the traders, because all the traders are just unemotionally going to fucking sell half their bags or 75% and wait for the next dip, because it's a spec market, right? And then you flip the whole fucking thing, and now every algorithm's changed to utility.
You know, it's funny.
You just fucking smoke the whole system. Like, they know what everybody's gonna do. Go ahead.
How could you tell you're an OG when you said $500 will get you 2,000 ZERPs?
I got
right. The motherfucker dropped $500 on fucking ZERPs. He got 4.
Dude, China
58 like, yeah. Sorry.
China and the USA are not enemies, dude. To get XRP is going to be a world currency. To have that, they got to be like that. They got to be buddies. Everyone's got to be buddies. All the countries are already shaking hands, dude. It's an illusion of war. It's a whole thing, dude. This is all done.
Ooh-wee.
Crypto itself, the native asset of the ledger, will never become a global currency or anything. It has nothing to do with that. It has more to do with. It has everything to do with stable coins. Now the situation gets a little bit crazy.
Even if, like, I disagree with that, because it's the only ledger that's a decentralized exchange in itself. And that's why no matter what's traded, it's coming through the ledger at some point.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And nobody ever talks about that. Let's say somebody does tokenize it's still going to be traded. To get there, it's going to have to go through the ledger.
And
the bridge currency.
Well, it's going to be done through scarcity also, because everyone's taking it off the market. And the less that you have, the more that's hidden in wallets and, private places, private corps and all that. They're not getting rid of it. So what's happening is the remainder of the supply that they have has to increase, has to be what's being, what the competition's for, and what's driving the price up, so that they can accommodate everything that has to go through the ledger. So, and I think one of the main things too, I think Buster kind of touched on too, is that I think most people, like, I guess the sheep, like Zerk says, everyone is conditioned to think of everything like stocks. This is a commodity. This is something that's and we all know it's being used for a purpose. So it's not something we're trying to hustle you to buy, or it's not the next thing that's going to come. It actually physically has to do a certain trick to make it work, and that trick is going to be huge. I mean, they're already talking about being a tier 1 asset in Europe and in America. That would be insane. That's like oil. Commodities have to work, so that work is what we have to focus on, rather than always going to speculate on a stock. Well, if it does this, then this can happen, dude. Everyone just gets in it and it goes up, and it has to keep going up. That's what I know.
Like I was saying, it's not going to. The only way how all this stuff changes is if someone comes out and say, "Hey, we're going to open a reserve." They tried to do that at one point in time, right? But it didn't fall through. They only actually kept Bitcoin as the reserve. Now, if they were to add it, that'd be a different scenario. The other part is that, let's just say, I think every 5 years the IMF revalues their baskets. If they were to add a crypto basket within their and within their holding, then that would also change things as well. So even though I might say, like, it won't happen that way, but this doesn't mean that there's impossible ways for it to happen in some other way. So anything's possible, to be honest with you.
You're right.
We're in the Wild West and we don't know what's going to happen, but there's possibilities where, if someone says, "Hey, we're going to use XYZ and hold it as a reserve for whatever reason," then the whole landscape changes. So we just have to just wait and see what happens.
It's true. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of ways to make it fun.
But also, there's a there's a huge misconception of how it all works, right? Because regardless of the price of the token, the network still works efficiently. It doesn't really require a price to work efficiently because the network fees are paid in XRP and not paid in dollars. And that's like the biggest misconception that people are
I don't know. I've heard
really understanding
so
is
many
that, like,
different
if you were
ways.
to, hold on, if you were to transfer $1 billion, and one XRP does 100,000 transactions, right? If you're gonna just focus on fees alone. So if someone were to send $1 billion, right, through whatever, it's still doing 0.001 XRP. If you send $3, you're still doing the 0.001 XRP. You're not paying, you know, $3 in fees, $5 in fees, or whatever, right? That's not really what's going down. What's really happening?
I think
are being paid in XRP. So
I think on you're right, Nerdy, but I think when he said that, he wasn't really talking about the fees. He was talking about how many coins you'd actually need. So if you did want to spend, you know, if you wanted to send $1 billion, you would need fucking 800.
You would still only need one XRP.
No,
I know, but that's not the problem. The problem would be to get all these coins in the future. It's not going to be.
It has to accommodate the amounts.
You know, it's not going to be. You're not going to be able to just pick up fucking 800 million coins on Coinbase to send somewhere.
Right.
You know, and that's. I think that's what he meant. Not necessary fees, but you're right. No matter what you send, it's a small fee.
Yeah, the price action that we're talking about, that comes from the outside. That comes from people coming in rather than it being used, right? So, for example, if Ethereum folks shift, that's going to be cool. But my biggest thing is if Ripple I'll say this again, my biggest thing is Ripple getting their Fed Master account and them using RLUSD in that manner, but using the XRP ledger. You're echoing.
I muted him.
And them using instead of using Ethereum for RLUSD volume, using the actual ledger for RLUSD volume. That's going to really change shit big time. And they can do that right now. So you technically don't need anything to happen. Everything's in place. They can just make it happen.
Right, but right now, I mean, it is a ghost chain. There's nothing on the XRPL. Really.
There's actually a lot of shit happening.
It's all private chains on a public chain that aren't working together yet. So it's low. There's no real money being transacted across it. So once they start flipping switches, man, and like Garlinghouse said, there's going to be a lot of switches. Man, it's going to be a big deal, in my opinion.
Fireworks. It's got to start sometime and somewhere.
Yeah.
The attraction of the coin comes from like what Crypto Wolf has been saying, Apex. It all comes from compliance. That's what it really comes down to, is compliance. It's people having trust, being okay, this is cool. It's been vetted. Now I know that I can invest into it. And that goes into if people should join us on Dipito's after space on X, because we do have really good conversations on there. We just had a really good one with Winchester, and we were literally talking about the same thing, and how if the banks need to. So when Zelle was created, Zelle actually created your equity in DeFi. Zelle was actually created by the big 7 banks to protect their deposits, right? Because they don't want people using Venmo or using another service to exit their deposits that they were holding, because they earn interest on those deposits. Now, when you come into stable coins and you have people like holding their crypto on, like, let's just say Coinbase or whatever, but they're also using, like, for example, Uphold now offers a way for you to do direct deposit, right? So you're completely circumventing the bank within that equation altogether, right? The banks care more about the deposits more than anything. So I think any kind of bill that's going to come out in the future will have to figure out a way somehow, in some way, where the banks benefit, would say, hey, you know what, if you want get into crypto, we'll provide you the services. Come bank with us. You now use your debit card as a signer card to sign your transactions or something like that. But and also it's going to be in a way where the bank holds your private seed. They're not going to give you your private seed. They're going to hold it themselves, right? Because as long as they hold a private seed, they have ownership over your assets. And a lot of people don't even understand that part about crypto. It's a private seed part. That's why a lot of people hold
DeFi's on deck. No echo.
Hey,
So that's why a lot of people still hold a bunch of assets on centralized exchanges, right? Which is really scary because even if you look at what happened with Coinbase recently, there was a fella who was posting on X and how his account just got shut down randomly, just completely gone, wiped out, no access to his account at all. So people are not going to like that, and I think that's going to be the competitive advantage with banks over centralized exchanges. Is that central bank would be like, hey, you know what, we're not going to close your account. Your account is your account. You can have your stuff, but as long as you stay within our ecosystem, you're free to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, but the banks are still going to be on the XRPL. I mean, on the public chain too, because they got to do a lot of business outside and cross borders with other banks and other corporations. That will be. Yeah, I think it's like Marcus said. I agree with them wholeheartedly. I think that China, the United States, Russia, I think we're getting along. I think the nationalist type view and people shaking hands with each other is what's going on. And I think that pretty soon they'll start flipping those switches to make it possible that all these people that weren't understanding it or whatever are going to have to get on board with the countries that are getting in and the corporations that have already made those backroom agreements.
If anyone, Jim and DeFi on deck, welcome aboard, boys.
If anybody wants to pay attention to something, pay attention to the XRP Ledger amendments. That's the big thing. The more amendments that passes on the ledgers, the more utility and the more advanced the chain gets. Now, there are privacy focused amendments that are being they're going to be voted on, and once those amendments go through, then that kind of changes the whole game. So it's like, we're waiting slowly and surely. We're waiting, but all the amendments, everything's in place. We just have to wait for everything to go through, and then we have the compliance part too. So
yeah, you're right. The
compliance, then you have amendments.
Everything. DeFi, go ahead, brother. You got the floor. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Coffee Time.
Hey, I just want to encourage everybody to invest your coffee money in XRP and other very valuable assets.
Nice.
Great advice.
Beautiful. What else is going on this beautiful Sunday? You doing okay?
Oh, thanks for asking, bro. Yeah, things have been a lot better. Yep. Lots of family stuff has been, going through the ringer, but all good right now.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Jim's got a black screen. Jimmy?
Jimbo.
Who's calling, please? This is his friend Saul. Pardon me? Saul.
What
was your name, please? Saul Rosenberg.
Did you hear the name of the person that was calling?
Saul.
No. Or who he's asking for? Listen.
Hello? Hi, is Jim around?
Oh, yeah.
Jim with a B.
That's the secret sauce.
That's a great name.
Ninjas fighting on rooftops. Let's go, dude.
But let's see what kind of ninja it is. It's the metal ninja. Is that Metallicus Ninja versus Shokasugi?
Little jerky boy. Shout out to Sean E.
Metal Snake.
Yep.
Metal Snake. Hey,
Jim with the jerky boys. Let's go.
Hey, I heard this morning, I was listening to Crypto Hulk. They were talking about, I think it was a DeFi called Edel, EDEL Finance. Have you guys heard anything about that?
Just what we need, another fucking project.
Like a rug pull. Hondo?
ONDO?
I think it might be connected with Canton, as I like to say.
He said Edel, EDLE, or whatever.
Yeah, EDEL. Okay. And then what do you guys think about Telcoin? Do you guys have an opinion on that one?
Heard about it.
That one's super cheap right now. And
it's like they're trying to get a banking license as a stable coin, right?
Right. I think so, yeah.
They're in like
we're so more bullish than we're so fucking much more bullish than we are acting right now. Like meaning you got DeWitt saying shit's imminent. You got fucking garlic bread saying shit's imminent. You got fucking every financial big dick out there saying shit's imminent. And also this year, Monica Long. Last time Duel was on, Duel's been AWOL for a minute. Duel brought up something bullish too. He was saying this year. You got Rosie Rios on the 250 committee. Like something's got to happen this fucking year.
It's gonna be unreal when it does. You know that, right?
Yeah. Tyron Copeland's got a question for Buster.
Didn't Duel say that Monica Long?
Yeah, I'm not sure on that, man.
Going full scale. Full.
Was that Monica Long Duel saying what? Say it again, Remy.
Said, oh yeah, I think wasn't he talking about how she was saying that things are going to go full scale this year?
Yeah, this year is an institutional adoption. Paraphrasing, of course. Yeah,
full scale. Yeah, institutional adoption.
Why the fuck would that bitch say that? Like, that's a big deal, bro.
Yeah.
That's a fucking
then
huge deal.
2 years ago, Garlic Breath say that he thought that it was going to be a 10 trillion market at the end of 2024.
Yeah. We got Copeland. He brought up, like I said, he goes, how's Ripple able to hold 45% of XRP when the new Clarity Act law states ownership caps at 20%? Won't that new Clarity law cause a supply shock? It's earmarked, bro, in my opinion. It's
non-disclosure agreements coming forth.
It's going to where it needs to go, bro. The escrow has always been earmarked.
I mean, they could gift that to the government and then revalue it right after.
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, lives are changing soon, dude.
What were you gonna say, Buster? You said I don't know about that.
No, I don't know how that worked. Like, or is it considered them holding it? I mean, they put it in escrow for a reason. Like SHX did an escrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, holding it would be just not sitting in escrow. Like, I think the escrow is going to get them out of the 20% thing, and then it could be earmarked to go to whatever fucking institution it needs to go to, like whether it be BIS, the big daddies, like. But I think the escrow I think they put it in there for a reason, but I don't think, because now it's 45%. It was like 55% a couple years ago, but I think the escrow is going to get them out of them not actually holding it because it's sitting
in escrow.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we want. We want motherfuckers. It's
gonna probably get other fucking coins to set up an escrow the same way.
Steph, real quick,
I don't think
Steph's got your video, nerdy.
Real quick, Steph, I sent you my email at Discord, so just check your Discord. I sent it to you.
I want to see that video, nerdy. That's cool. Thank you, Island Stephanie.
Fucking run it.
I don't think I did that great. I watched it and I feel like a failure. But
you're always going to judge yourself. You're your own worst enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, you did great. You were amazing.
You were there.
I word salad. I kind of.
I watched it.
You word salad. Well, shit, you look good doing it. Fuck it, dude. I mean, I saw you all
hop down, man. It's my long weekend, but
yeah.
I appreciate you guys, man.
And, are you busy today?
Man, you've been saying you're gonna come over here for fucking 2 weeks, bro.
I know, but I ain't doing shit today. I'll just swing by if it's cool with you.
Get some barbecue.
Miss Lady, P5W. Yo.
Salutes.
All
right, Buster. Have a good day.
Buster.
Later, bro.
Later, Buster.
We're hour 18 in. Welcome to Coffee Time. If you're just tuning in, this is a live community chat. We talk crypto, we talk XRP, we talk whatever the fuck we want, and you can join too. Welcome to Coffee Time. Let's go.
Has anybody ever tried to catch a sword like that in between the hands?
With my teeth, Jim.
Yeah. Like what is that? What's that called with that stick that you bite the top off of instead of using dental floss? It's called like a schwack or something like that.
A schwack.
You were like, oh, I need my teeth cleaned. Oh.
Well, here's Dick Fuck again, Vincent Scott. He's been saying some shit lately, but it's fun though. It's kind of bullish to read it. I'm not looking at the messenger. I'm just looking at the message. XRP holders, listen. People will suddenly reappear when you have it all. You know it. They know it. They won't say it. You'll be curious enough to grant an audience. They will use that time to charm and entice you and roll you around like Play-Doh. You'll be drunk off dopamine and ego. They will dig in you like a tick. You will have it all ripped from you in an instant. The answer? Get it out now before it happens. We are close enough. That way, they don't dare even try afterwards. So force a face-to-face. Tell them what's up. They balk. You got your answers before you got the money. You can thank me, your cousin here later on. So
what's
that's
he mean?
true.
Get it out now.
Well, it all depends on whether or not he was disowned by his entire fucking family. So with me, that shit's already done, bro. Fuck everybody.
He's a
You know what I mean?
scumbag poet.
And I'll have mercy on my family and shit, but the ones that balk me and shit, it's already done, man. I'm already separated from the herd. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that still think they have like a reputation and they still have a relationship. And
This is
Yeah.
sorry for interrupting. This is the
No,
time
do
to
it.
figure that shit out now before you have a shitload of money.
Well, that's
You
what he's
gotta-
saying.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to get your head straight, man. Just figure it out now.
I'm already there, bro. I'm still gonna take
Yeah.
care of my fucked up family that's been hating on me forever. Like I love them, but like it's already got a cap on it. Like no, motherfucker, you only get this.
All you got to do is look at
this
all
is what
the
you did.
videos.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
All you got to do
Bare
is look at the
minimum.
videos of all the lottery winners, that have won
Yeah.
like 100 million.
We're not
And-
those people, dude. It's been like
No, I know,
6, 7,
but
8 years.
there
5
might
years, 4
there might
years.
be a few people amongst the crowd that just get everybody's different.
Hey, I've had
I
so
mean,
much time to think about this shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree. I think when you get money, it's going to be like the lottery.
Mhm.
I haven't been through a bull run yet, but I'm ready right now. And when it happens, I want to be ready. I want to be incorporated. I want to have it in a trust. I want that corporate veil to be like an iron curtain. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that too, and just not going and buying a bunch of cars and houses and shit like right off
Right.
the bat. Don't fucking wait.
Stay on the
Right.
down low.
Get your team in order before you go buying shit.
Yeah, wait for the real estate market to dump. Then go
Yeah,
buy
it
some
already
houses.
is
Right
dumping.
on. That's a good move. That's a great move.
Go to one thing that I've been thinking about is going to like tax auctions, like county tax auctions.
Yep.
And some of them, I think a lot of those are really corrupt. So some states will and counties will have it to where you have to give the person up to a year to basically give you like a reimbursement for what you paid plus 10% or something like that. I think it would just be cool to, bless a couple of people if possible.
That's
Just say,
nice.
hey, because the same thing might apply to like certain family members. Like, no, I'm not buying you a house. I'll pay your property taxes off for the year though, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm not
Yeah.
even letting my family
No.
members know shit.
Jim just brought up the thing of auctions. Bro, I've been really diving into all the government auction
Oh
sites.
yeah.
You can buy some really nice properties off the auction sites for super cheap, like
Oh,
all
yeah.
the repo stuff or anything that was taken by the government or anything like that. You get it for dirt cheap. So I think I think whenever things go down, if I do want to get land or do want to get property, whatever, it's going to be through
Yeah,
those sites. And
a
I'm
lot
not
of it
gonna
you'll
buy
be able
brand
to.
new.
A lot of it you'll just be able to buy it just to hold it. I mean, everywhere, like everybody has a plan. Like, oh, I'm gonna start making Airbnbs and stuff like that. Like Marcus said, don't start buying cars and property up. But I'd say maybe buy some away from where your family and friends live, so they don't know about it.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Start small. Yeah, just start small. That's all I'm saying.
Well, in my opinion, you got levels to it. So in other words,
Yep.
you're gonna have the secret compound that nobody fucking knows about, or you're gonna have one or two of those or three of those, depending on how fucking filthy rich you are. And then it'll go levels. Like certain people are only allowed to hit the number 2 house, and then only certain people are only allowed to hit the number 3 house. Like you'll have layers of secrecy. You know what I mean?
If you're if you're single and looking for a wife, you definitely want to do that. Have some level property. Take, if you're courting a woman, just show her the basic one you got, and then if she's cool, then
She can
take
come
her-
check out my watermelon farm.
if people do get married after hitting all of this stuff and you do not sign the prenup, that's on you, bro.
No, dude, there's been facts that
Don't
even a
blame
prenup
anybody.
don't
That's
even
on you,
fucking
bro.
matter, bro.
But if it's already in
Yeah.
a trust, they may have to be on the trust.
I know, but for people who don't have that kind of setup and they're just like winging it the way they are right now,
willy-nilly.
that shit's gonna be gone either by taxes or by someone just stealing your shit.
Yeah,
But-
someone will come sue you. Yeah.
You gotta be smart, man.
Like I was looking up Jet Li, you know, the action star, his net worth, because when he did all the old school movies like Once Upon a Time in China and all that stuff, he did. You guys would be shocked at how little money he made because he was on the Beijing Wushu team. But now he's worth $250 million, and he's had some health problems like in the last 10 or 20 years. He's fine though. He just can't do a lot of the martial arts stuff. But I read that his entire finances and estate are completely signed away to his wife. And I'm like, and he's only 62 years old. And I'm like, I don't know if that was the wisest thing. He has 2 daughters too.
Well, it depends on if his wife is 20 or 60.
No, she's probably close to his age. She's like
that's
former Miss Asia, an actress or something like that.
Well, she would have done him by now, right? I mean,
who knows, man? One bad morning, who knows what could happen?
One bad morning, Van Damme shows up. Remember when we were supposed to make a movie
Van
together?
Damme and Jet Li, no way.
Look at
Jet Li would crush him.
And then Van Damme puts the elbow to his spinal cord. Game over. Fatality.
Right.
Nah, Jet Li would crush him.
I don't know. Jet Li's got spinal cord issues. He's got hyperthyroidism.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, and you know Van Damme can still kind of like walk around like a clown and throw his kicks.
What'd you say, Wushu? Those Chinese guys are so injured, man. They've been used as rag dolls throughout their film.
You know how
history.
He's been doing it so long that he performed. The Beijing Wushu team came to the White House back in the day to perform for Nixon.
Wow.
That's how, I mean, so he's been doing it since he was like 4 years old. So he was probably already like 8 or 10 by that time. But anyways, I was like, man, $250 million. Imagine already having that much money, able to retire and still, you know, playing around with crypto. That'd be a lot of fun, man.
That's the plan.
You can make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, just
I like to hear stories from the uber wealthy like Elon Musk and stuff, to where like they made like such a huge mistake with crypto to where it actually like hurt them, like inside, like, man, I feel so stupid. even with like unlimited money. Like,
do you think those stories are even true? Like the whole FTX thing and like Tom Brady being like the poster boy behind all that? Or do you think that was like a setup thing?
Well, maybe, because Tom Brady's like, I've seen like, you know, in those like Illuminati exposed videos, I've seen stuff like where I think Tom Brady had like a show, like a TV show, like a reality show or something. And everybody was like getting on him because he was working out, and his son came into the workout room like, "What are you doing, Dad?" And he's like young, and he's like, "Come here," and he said, "Give me," and he gave him a kiss on the lips.
Dude, it's like
humiliating
videos. Those
like
are
Will Smith style.
I mean, everything but tone, basically.
Creepy shit. They all do that.
The Dalai Lama.
Yeah,
that guy's a creep, man.
Nasty.
Yeah. No, somebody said, "Am I building a bunker?" I mean, I might. It depends on how fucking filthy rich we are, dude. Because you could essentially have a bunker. Like you're not escaping drones. You're not escaping, in my opinion, you're not escaping drones. You're not escaping facial recognition. They already have massive data on us right now, like crazy, dude. If you have a fucking smartphone, you're fucked. They're listening to everything you say. They got your voice on pat. They can damn near digitally fucking copycat you. And you know what I mean right now.
Not if you have Graphene OS and the right phone. There are ways to.
What about all the data they collected on you before you got all that? Like what?
It doesn't matter. Then you push false information into your profile, and they can't find you. It works. People are
what
doing
about
it.
the TV
Right.
recording you right now?
So, what my point is that
I'm taking a chance.
Right,
That's true.
bunker or
Big
not.
chance.
Let's say you have a ranch. It's a one story. There's no fucking underground, nothing. You just got a big ass one story. It's fucking massive ranch, watermelon farm. You know what I mean? and you go outside to go do shit. Yeah, some shit's gonna be spying at you from the sky or whatever, or whoever the fuck. But whatever high altitude shit's looking at you, because they got that shit too. But
just set up your trail cameras, put a nice AI system in your house that's not internet connected. That'll help protect you. It's easy.
There we
Get
go.
a lot of hardware to help protect you.
Yep. Trip wires and fucking bouncing
Yes.
betties. Fucking
Yes.
dude. Let's go. But no, that's what I want. I want several. I used to talk to my mom about this back in the day when we'd sit and talk about, what we're gonna do, years ago. But gates. I'm gonna have several gates. So, like you drive through the first gate off the main road. You're going in. You're gonna see my gas station on the right, where anybody can use it with a card that I give them. So gas station with like tons of fucking, whatever drinks and random shit, coffee makers and shit in there. So on the way out, help yourself, fill up, help yourself. I'll have a gas station. And then there'll be another gate. And then you drive down the road, and then there's several cul-de-sacs and shit. It'll be literally like Truman Show. And several cul-de-sacs where, family lots and houses can be put. And then, I'll be one of those down the road, and it'll be a family compound, but we'll never see each other because it'll be like a fucking city. That's the one no one's going to. No one will ever see that.
A city in the forest.
No.
Well, not even in the forest. Fucking out in the middle of nowhere. Close to downtown, close to the city. No one will know about it. They'll just go,
I think
what is
you're
that?
forgetting one crucial at least two pillars of like 50 caliber automated gun turrets.
Oh, the turrets.
That you can do by remote. Either way.
Like on the jail in the movie Idiocracy.
Identify yourself. Yeah.
Or do like Ukraine and have a whole army of drones ready to protect you.
Yeah, but then you'll get complaints. Like they're gonna be hobos and shit throwing trash on my.
They'll get hacked and turned on you.
Yeah. No, there's. But what I'm saying is, you do it right underneath everybody's nose. Nobody knows. Old man Smithers lives on that fucking 100-acre city property, but nobody knows it's a city. They just see a bunch of fucking foliage and then one gate that goes in, and then they'll see like a little gas station or something there. Or even that, I can hide that with foliage. What I'm saying is, no one's gonna know shit, and it'll be right underneath everybody's nose.
So you're gonna have your own bat cave, is what you're saying.
Yeah, essentially, but it doesn't have to be underground. It just has to be.
Dude, that sounds good. Just don't forget to give us your address.
Right. Yeah. I'll do a mass email.
Give us the cave code.
Yeah, the cave code.
Yeah, send out the bat signal.
It'll just be a series of gates. Like you're not allowed past certain things. You're only allowed to the first street. Then there'll be like another gate.
The heavy-duty booby traps on the inner ring.
There you go. Yeah.
It'll just be
there'll be layers.
Spotlight.
If there's a ton of money, if it's like Deca millionaire type shit or hundreds of millions. Yeah, dude. It's Deca millions. That's not a lot of money right now. So that's
so. That being said, do you think hyperinflation happens at the same time?
Well, Nerdy did say Venezuela will happen here. So we're
already in hyperinflation.
No, I mean extreme, like Zimbabwe.
Yeah, fucking
that already did happen.
Wheelbarrows full of dinar. That's worthless. Yeah.
Bro, we got $400 to $500 trillion added into the economy, printed into the economy from 2020 to 2026.
All I'm saying,
literally $1 trillion.
Oxtails, $45.
Yeah, I supply
$50. $50 for a fucking one steak. Like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous at this point. Yeah, we're cooked. So. Something has to happen, bro. Like, it's how long are these fucking Karens and shit gonna deal with this? They're not like, we're gonna get to a point where it's like, no, motherfuckers. Like, money is gonna wake everybody up. Way bad. You know what I mean? So there has to be a solution. If they want everybody to stay asleep, there has to be a solution.
That's what XRP's for. They're gonna put everything on all the debt on the ledger, and that'll be it. And they'll slowly pay it off, or they'll play it off with some XRP or something.
Yeah,
I like that. Money's going to wake everybody up. I like that.
It really will. The lack of money, the massive inflation, way worse than it is now. Like, if it ever gets to that.
That's because the currency of the future isn't going to be money. It's going to be authenticity. And people who have money can be authentic, and the people who don't have any money will be forced to be like CBDC status.
Well, they want to keep them in their homes, 15 minute cities.
Well, and the authenticity of the ledger that the money is on. I mean, not just us as being authentic humans, but an authentic protocol.
It's all lining up.
Here it is. You guys ready for this?
Run it, dude.
So I'm walking around Costco here and I'm noticing these prices. For example, these Madras lentils, $15.99. I bought those a year ago for $6.99.
Damn.
Let's look at what else we got going on here.
$9.99.
Dang, this is the flour we were buying for $5.99 last year.
Ain't nobody eating that shit.
Nope.
We literally bought this chicken broth $5.69 2 months ago. And I keep getting told that we got 6-7% inflation. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
that's accurate.
100% inflation.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Zimbabwe. Like we get even near Zimbabwe, which we are. I get it, but we're not reusing shit. We're still a throwaway society. We're not. You know what I mean? We're not getting to a point where we're like Cuba and we're using fucking, hubcaps for frying.
No, I'm just mean.
Yeah,
it'll be like only the rich people can afford to get gas. I don't know.
Isn't that not how it is right now?
Well,
shit, in SAC, we're scary dangerous to $7. I remember 5 months ago, only LA had $7.
There's a lot of people who still work in my town, so I mean,
right.
We got in the south of California, we got $10 gas.
Even Southern California is cooked, dude.
Yeah,
crazy. But they make more though. So that's the excuse. That's the psyop. Is the cost of living is higher, but the wages are higher. No, not enough to justify.
No way.
Well, that's the same thing with property tax, right? They come in and raise your property taxes by buying up all the cheap houses. And
well, I heard your equity. Your let's say your fucking value goes up. They raise your property taxes, don't they?
And based on everything ZRK said, I had this conversation with one of my friends on Instagram, and we're talking about this, and I was trying to explain to her, like, even though we might get paid more today, right, in dollar value, we might get paid more today, but the amount of purchasing power a dollar has today is way less than that before getting paid like $9, right, or getting paid $6 or $3 or whatever they get getting paid, because their dollar had more purchasing power, because there wasn't that much dollars in their circulating supply of the whole thing. But within the past 5 years, we've injected $5 trillion, which completely destroyed our purchasing power, and the wages nothing has even matched to meet that. So everything is all just screwed up right now.
They've slow rolled us with a bunch of fucking psyops for the last 6 years after COVID, and how fucking maniacal and crazy that was. The majority of the population didn't wake up from that, and so they obviously wanted to keep us asleep. So it makes no sense to me that they are going to wake everybody up now from hyperinflation.
How long were the COVID
will wake everybody up?
How long were the
lack thereof? Sorry.
How long before COVID were the injections, before the COVID spike? Was it
so the COVID started September of 2019. Injections didn't start going out, and I believe it wasn't declared until March, and injections didn't start going out until April, June.
Yeah, that's
and
exactly.
Then 2020 is when the market went crazy, right? Or am I wrong? I wasn't in it.
It was
20.
Yeah, I think
20,
it was
then
2021.
March of 2020 is when Janet declared, was basically when she just destroyed the whole financial system.
All last year they were injecting money into the fucking and I think the year before that, and they were.
Well, it said one in $4. One in every dollar, $1 in $4 during the Biden administration, 5 years. Every $1 was printed out of 4 that we have in circulation right now in the past 5 years. I mean,
Jesus.
Yeah, and during that time, they normalized working from home, and now what they're trying to do is normalize people quitting their jobs.
Man,
we haven't noticed on social media. There's a big narrative of a push that is basically telling people, "Oh, I'm done with working. I'm done with corporate greed. I'm done with capitalism. I'm going to quit my job. I'm done working. I'm not going to do nothing no more." Well, all that does is basically gives an entryway or an excuse for supplemented income, right? And
Yeah.
that's your
UBI.
UBIs or whatever, a high value income, whatever the hell you want to call it. But that's more towards the machine economy. I was watching this one interview, or this one lady, she was having a venting talk. I think it was on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. And she was basically saying, like, which is true, the people who are pushing the AI is inevitable, this AI takeover, AI will replace all the jobs narratives, are the big corporations, the ones who can stop it by not pushing it, right? So they make it seem like it's inevitable, but it's not inevitable. They're pushing it for their profit margins because they understand what is coming in the future, right?
Absolutely.
And they understand whenever everything does correct, they're making the moves, they're making the adjustments for their company right now. So when the correction does come to fruition, they're already said and done. They're already prepared for all that stuff. So they don't have to make any. They can't imagine if a correction happened and then a company like Facebook came out and said we're gonna lay off like 100,000 people, right? That would be basic news. But right now, Zuck is doing that right now. He's laying off 10,000 people, every couple months, and he's doing that right now because they already know what's
Yeah,
coming.
and he's also using those employees. He used all their background for the AI that's replacing them, which is cool as hell.
Yeah. Also, the data center situation is getting really interesting because you have people who are creating the data centers, and now they're saying that it makes the water brown, and because it contaminates the water and all this stuff. So then you think, okay, well, if they're doing that with water today, and water is such a high value thing that they need for data centers to keep everything cool, they're gonna start charging more on water, right?
Exactly.
So, and this is why I think Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, or someone, they own water wells. They own a lot of land and trees and a bunch of water.
It's the most criminal shit.
It'll be tokenized on the XRPL.
So they might limit your water usage.
So we'll be able to afford water then, I guess.
So I saw another thing about electricity being tokenized. It's all fucking
all of that is all the utilities. They're gonna.
I had a customer like maybe 3 years ago, and it was a married couple, and they had one daughter and one on the way. And the guy, he worked from home. He worked for like the city planning for like Parks and Recreation in Austin, and he obviously had some kind of like abuse from growing up in like a Mormon household or something. This is what he told me. But he was like totally cucked out. He started talking about 15-minute cities. He goes, dude, he's like, I want my daughter's school to be that close to my house. I don't want to have to drive everywhere. I want to walk everywhere. He's like, I mean, I think he took his wife's last name even too.
Dude, that's just
and I was
see, he got it wrong from the gate. I want my daughter's listen to that. I want my daughter's school to be that close to my house. No,
it should be at your house.
Your kids, your kids should not go to school. Period. Like they got it all wrong, bro.
Homeschooling or unschooling, where they just learn by everything you do every day.
No school, no work. Fuck all of that.
They should learn. They should learn math and reading, though.
Absolutely.
You should be the one to teach it to them while you're not fucking working and you're.
All my homeschool children are pretty dang smart in math and reading.
My prediction is that eventually down the road, all these companies who are pushing this AI takeover narrative it's going to bite them back in the ass, and they're going to realize that it's going to make their whole operations more complicated than simplifying it, and they're going to just stop using it until it's better. And which is funny because here's a video right here. It kind of goes into.
I spoke with a VP at NVIDIA who first flagged this to me. He said, oh yeah, for months, our costs for my team have been more for AI than humans. So that was the first flag. And then we started to hear this coming out in droves. Uber's CTO said he already blew out his whole budget for 2026 just on AI related costs. And obviously that means he's spending more on that than he's spending on human workers. And now I'm starting to hear, especially from startup founders, they're bragging about their AI bills being high because it's kind of this sign of like, yeah, I'm really ahead in the AI
flex
race.
of like, I'm blowing so much cash on
Exactly,
this. Yeah.
exactly. But the whole point of this was supposed to be that it cut down on costs, expanded profits, especially for public companies.
Yeah.
But it's unclear if that's going to be tenable.
Yeah,
longer term.
when is that curve? I guess is one big question.
Yeah.
But you have some of the data you have in your report is kind of fascinating. Worldwide IT spending is expected to be up 13.5% this year compared to just last year, over $6 trillion. Where is all this money going to?
Well, a lot of it is going towards token costs, which is basically like the currency of AI use. Also, of course, subscriptions. If you've got an enterprise contract with OpenAI, with Anthropic. So a lot of it is going towards these AI labs. The thing is, though, the queries that I'm putting into AI, those don't cost very much. It's for the people who are coding or using.
To see what's happening is basically if a company wants to consolidate and to prepare themselves for whatever's going to happen in their future, and they're replacing their workers with AI agents, with agentic solutions, but the agentic solutions are costing them more because of the token usage, then they're kind of in a pickle. You get what I'm saying? So what we're going to be heading into this really weird spot where I think we're going to head into the skill gap era. I think we're in it right now, and it's rising fast, where you have the old workers who are there, have the 30-40 years of experience on their belts, right? Those people are now retiring. And then you have this new generation of workers who is not interested in working, who has to fill in these gaps. And I think what's going to happen is soon, I believe, is going to be, you're going to see a lot of companies offering free certifications or free whatever, free skills to come and fill in those gaps, because they're gonna have a hard realization, which they are having now, that, you know what, relying on agentic solutions is not the way. And I believe they're going to be like, hey, you know what makes more sense is to train new workers to use the agentic solutions, but also make sure that they're also educated and they are fluent in the language that they're developing in, so they can basically pick up the slack if AI is putting them in circles. So it's going to be more of a coexistence. I think we're heading more towards a singularity more than anything.
The hive mind.
Oh, it's going to be to where people literally have to go on YouTube to learn how to do anything laborious.
That's more proof. That's more
exactly,
proof.
yeah.
Exactly what the fuck you guys are saying is exactly what I'm fucking saying. That's more proof that they have to keep us asleep. They're not going to. So in other words, that lends credence to my theory that it will moon sooner than later, because the more this goes on, the more motherfuckers wake up.
And that's why aliens.
The more we're broke, the more people are waking up. All right, go ahead.
I just wanted to throw in the alien thing too, like all the narratives they're slipping in, all the diseases and all these fear tactics right now.
Yeah, you get more bees with honey. It's the same concept. The way that they're going to fucking integrate AI and everybody's going to be praising it is because our economy is fucking fantastic, because they fixed it. That's what's going to happen, and that's how we're going to fucking swallow AI.
Well, if you have a good skill set that has anything to do with using your hands or whatever, just go ahead and start making content now, so you can and then start monetizing it, because eventually it'll start blowing up.
Okay, any skill set.
Growing watermelons or whatever.
Yeah, and Jim, I believe that's the future, is where we have more content creators than we have. Like, content creation has become like an occupation at this point.
It has,
right? So I think we're going to be shifting. There's going to be more shifting, and also the other people. So within that range of people with those skills, there are more people retiring than there are births. So there's less a repopulation event happening, because I think it's before it used to be 2.5 kids per woman, and now it's like 0.5 or less than
barely.
Than
it's barely,
right? So I mean,
that's so sad.
One of the things I think that we all have, I mean, most of the people in the chat and everything, is that we'll have an automatic second business in just recognizing tokens and, you know, the new technologies that have to do with the blockchain. I think there's going to be, I think for us, a lot of the people, you know, in our group, I think we're always going to be able to like pick out things. I mean, because we're well ahead of it. I mean, you can't even go on the mainstream media and hear anyone talk a straight game about any kind of coin or technology that has anything. They don't even know what a layer 2 is. You know what I'm saying? So as things goes, they progress. Just like Amazon came way later after pets.com and everything, the rush. We're going to be able to pick out these Amazons and Apples and everything like that and just get into it early. Like you guys, Jim was just talking about getting into a coin earlier. I mean, we're already doing it. And like, people like lower level and all them, they're going to be like super billionaires.
Well, that's like the Z-Bet.
People like nerdy are going to be super billionaires.
Well, nerdy
They
too,
develop.
but lower end nerdy, yeah, they're going to have to hide.
I'm not hiding nowhere.
That's why we got Z-Back, XPR, all those low cap coins, Stronghold, Velo.
I think we're gonna be shifting more into where workers get paid instantly, and there's gonna be more outsourcing of jobs as well. I think it's gonna be because we're gonna have this rough time. It's gonna be 10 years. So usually after a correction or depression, or whatever we want to look at it, it's 10 years, right? It's a 10-year aftermath gap that happens. That's like the adjustment period. So I believe within that time, there's going to be a lot of people going to be paid instantly. I think that's why ZBEC is a big deal. Because you're going to have people getting paid as soon as like you quit. Once you're done with your shift, you're gone. I believe that the traditional mindset of staying at a job for 10 to 20 years is gone. I believe that is dead.
That's way gone.
I think it's more towards people staying at a job for 2 to 3 years, and it's going to go even less. It's going to be people having multiple jobs for like 6 months or 3 years, right? Like and that's the gig economy that Elon talks about, which it is 100% happening right now.
That's that authenticity we're talking about.
Yeah,
doing what you want to do.
Yeah, people are taking DoorDash people are doing DoorDash as a full-blown occupation. Like that's their job. They're literally ranking in, $1,000+ a week doing DoorDash. But at the same time, like how much is it costing? How much wear is it costing on the vehicle that they're using? And they also have to pay for gas too and all this stuff. But in consideration, like insurance and all this other shit, like it's going to be really hard. So I think the take home pay that people have is going to keep going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower over time, and our purchasing power is going to get less and less and less over time. And that's where all this crypto stuff is going to come more attractive, is people going to see them as multipliers. It's like, okay, if I'm making X amount of dollars and I can put it in XYZ coin, and then that coin can multiply my holdings, and then I can have more money that way, right? Like it's going to become more attractive because it's instant, which means like if someone is buying stocks today, they have to wait a grace period to get their money out, whether it's a stockbroker or whatever they're doing. But if you have tokenized stocks, whatever, you can sell it instantly, sell whatever the hell you want instantly and get money from it. And also you have the energy portion of it, right? Where people are going to be trading carbon credits. They're going to be exchanging their energy credits for people who use more energy to make money off that way too. And also, that goes into the whole geofencing and all that stuff. So
Prompt is so important. You guys, Nerdy knows, you prompt your future. I mean, that's where we're at. You can do anything you can fucking imagine. I mean, that's where we're at. So blame everybody you want, but if you would just get your ass on Claude or Grok super expanded, you will create your own future. So do it.
Yeah, that's an important point, is to make in this time, ignore all the dark, FUD, Dagum, what's up, bro? Ignore all the FUD of, AI is going to take over our jobs and all this stuff. Forget about that. Focus more on the portion that we're in a very serious skill gap, and there'll be a lot of money to be made if people were to, acquire those skills and then apply for those jobs. I'm seeing in the future where people could be making, $200,000 to $300,000 salaries would be a normal salary.
Create the companies for the jobs. Create the company for the job.
And like $100,000 today isn't really that much. Like it doesn't really take you that far today. Like in San Francisco, you're considered lower class. Like you're considered like lower class. Like it's not like average income. It's like an average medium income is $100,000 in the Bay Area, right?
In my opinion, you guys are putting the cart before the horse, bro. Like we're going full. We're already cooked. We're going full UBI. Fuck trying to build your future and do a job.
No.
Fuck all of that, bro. We're cooked. Like we're done already. It's Zimbabwe. It's fucking UBI future. That's what this is.
I did what Nerdy did like 5 years ago. I presented my app to a bunch of super rich people in Kansas City myself before all this AI shit. And I did it with my own brain. I put the thing together. It's possible. Now with the AI, you can do anything. Fuck UBI. You can do it yourself.
I agree with you. I'm not championing a UBI. What I'm saying is we're so fucking beyond trying to build a future. Like there is no fucking future. They're just gonna spoon feed us.
Your brain is the future. Your soul is the future.
Yeah, but there's a lot more people that don't have brains.
No. There is no fucking we have lives separately, like spiritually, emotionally, our own lives, our own families. What I'm saying is and I know you're being positive about like getting companies and championing and celebrating AI and doing the right thing and working with it to build some sort of, and it's the same immersion effect. And in the same breath, you're like, fuck UBI. And I'm like, dude, you should be fuck AI, fuck UBI, fuck all of that. It's only watermelon fucking ranch and homeschooling your kids with fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's either one way or the other. I'm all the way or not at all guy. I'm very absolute. And and I'm sorry. I'm not saying AI is not going to help us in many ways and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that, like, fuck focusing on work and all that. We're just cooked. They're going to give us our new future. They're going to spoon feed it to us.
I do agree with you.
I agree with both of you guys.
What you need to do, you don't have to work. But if you want to, you can do XYZ. Like,
and I 100% agree with that. 100% agree with the.
That's where UBI comes in. That's where fucking all this weird, technocracy shit comes in.
Yeah, but all this stuff does give you more opportunity to create, right? And I think that's where I believe with like what Dagum is saying is AI will let anyone to create CEOs, and I believe that too is like the more they push this agenda of AI and computing and all this stuff, and they create all these advanced semiconductors. The more powerful chips get, the more accessible it is to create something for cheaper, because the new product that they're creating, the old product that already was, is a lot faster than what we have today already. So I think the entry of create your own company, I can see more solar enterprises coming out, more solo companies coming out, and more like banking as a service, like open banking type companies coming out, and people building their own thing and having agents as workers and not paying people salaries anymore because they're paying for the API service and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be more of a up to the people of how they want to go, what path they want to go by. Do they want to just sit down and just do nothing, keep the normal life, and then they have an extra UBI check with their job, with their payment check that the salary that they get today? Or do people just want to just use that money, that UBI money, and then use that to pay for API services or subscription services or whatever they need to pay for to create a business that does generate income that they're allowed to?
Well, hey, check it out. All the money is going to be pretty much CBDC style by then, so there won't even be much choice except to put the peg in whatever hole that they need to put it in. If they need to put, if they need food, they'll be given an allotment, that. And as they go down the line, you start, they'll probably figure out your check. You probably won't even have a choice with that at that point. I mean, if we go that far.
I understand that people might feel some kind of way of the future, like this Terminator, Matrix type future, whatever.
No, I mean, that's dark.
I get all that part, but at the same time, I don't see a negative future coming.
I hope not.
Being born. I see a more of a positive future being born, where people are giving, because time is money, right? Like it's not really about the money you're getting. It's more about how what you can do with your life and how much freedom you have to do, and how much freedom you have with your own time to do the things that you do want to do. I think that all these automated technologies are enabling us to have more time on our hands, to create more, and then the more things that we create, it's a bigger society that we have. So I see the American economy booming.
I hope so. Yeah.
Amen. And so
U.S. Tech Talk.
But
U.S. Tech Talk reality.
I'm hearing you. It's such a fucking weird contradiction. I'm hearing you guys talk about all in celebrating AI and what it's going to do for production and creativity and all this stuff. And in my head, I'm like, bro, you guys are going to be the ones that are fucking retired that don't have to do any of that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, so in other words, robots can't steal my job if I'm already retired. Like, none of this shit doesn't matter when we moon, bro. And so you guys, and so but it seems more like a hobby. What I'm hearing is that this is your guys' hobby. You're excited about computers and the possibility of creating and things like that, but you're not doing it, in my opinion, you're not doing it for to put food on the table.
You can program the future. You can program the future with AI, with your brain, with your heart, and you don't have to, but you can.
Right. So what I'm saying is AI is already fucking eons ahead of us right the fuck now. And so in other words, any human brain can't fuck with shit now. We're already cooked. Any human brain can't even compete.
No, you're so wrong. Okay.
Look at the editing skills right now. Look at the shit. We can't even tell the difference between reality and not.
Are you kidding me? I've been an editor for 20 years. That is still bullshit. It's
Explain
AI
yourself.
bullshit. I can't handle AI ads instantly. They wreck my brain. I click them off. We are the humans.
Yeah, but how many
AI will never catch up with us.
DeFi, how many people think
Explain it down to the
and how many
finest
people
detail.
don't?
Sorry, Remy. Go ahead, Remy.
No, I'm just saying that so many people don't think for themselves, number one. Number two, so many people are asked out with their problems. The last thing they want to do is start learning any kind of skill, especially something as prolific as getting into what even I would say prolific is getting into AI, tech and things like that.
Dude, it's fucking Dunning-Kruger effect. These guys are already into computers and they're already creators, and they're talking about
But not everybody is going to need that. A lot of people are going to be UBI'd out. They're going to need that shit. That's going to be that, and I think that's the masses. And I know it looks good for us, like ZRK was saying, and we'll be like floating. But if you don't have those things, you don't have those desires, and you're down in the government or whoever has kept you down for so long, the devil.
To just let it go to nothing, right? It's better to just use that information because now you have an advantage over what normal people don't have, and knowing where their future is headed. So now you can make products that support the future that's already happening, rather than just be like, oh, I'm in this future and all these things. No, you might as well, since you already know what's happening. I think it'll be smarter. Because like people are saying like, oh, we're in this end of days and all this world's ending, whatever. Okay, cool, whatever. You can think like that. But if you invent shit that are gonna become the new product of tomorrow, now you're kind of taking away that power from that entity, right? Because you are now creating, you're putting more things, and you're not part of their group. So I think the more people who are creators and who make things who are not part of the group are the people who are warriors, who are taking back the country from those people who do have it.
Okay, so it is its
Can I
own
interject
form of
something?
yeah. It's its own form of it's its own form of damn the man and
own form of fuck you
and fuck you and freedom. Yeah. Okay.
It's American as fuck.
Thank you for explaining that to me. Yeah, thank you for explaining that to me. I didn't understand. Yeah. That was just your guys' way of saying fuck you, damn the man.
It's our way of rebelling, right?
Got
because I'm not gonna go in the streets, middle of the street, and protest and be like, oh, blah 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 blah, like, oh, cut the fuck cams. I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid.
This is my opinion, and it has been, and I haven't been clear yet, but this is my opinion about AI. They already created it, they already perfected it, they already know where it's going, and I'm talking from a conspiracy theorist mind.
Yeah,
they've already created it. They fucking force fed it to us right around COVID. They did some fucking ritual.
Way before then, Berserker.
I understand that, and it's been listed. Our fucking phones have been listening to us fucking fight for 30 years. What I'm saying is, the public disclosure of AI, and for us to embrace it, air quotes, meaning, in other words, they don't need us to fucking embrace it. They need us to use it, and everybody's just lining up to fucking use it right now because it's convenient in your search engine.
It's humans versus AI.
Can I give you my perspective? Can I give you my perspective?
They are the robots.
Right, go ahead, Melissa.
So many things popped in my head listening
Your
to
mic
this.
is making noises.
Yeah, DeFi, you're super noisy. All right, go ahead, Melissa.
Yeah, so many things have been popping in my head listening to you. Great conversation. One thing I will say is the average human is lazy. They do not get into these types of things. It takes a rare
That's what I
person
was saying.
to pop in and really start investigating this kind of stuff. Sure, they're playing around with the tools and all of that, but the majority of the people are not going to learn this. Two, they have been using AI way before COVID. Okay, we all know that. The phone thing's one thing. They've been using AI since BlackRock came along with investing and all of that. I can't remember the name of. I did a whole presentation on this. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. In any event, they've been using AI manipulation forever. They've been using AI manipulation for television shows and productions and all these things. Okay. We have been in this from when Facebook started popping up and all of that, unknowingly or just stupidly, not realizing they were using us. Okay. But now I feel like we have been given the tools to learn and use and grow. And like Nerdy is saying, this is our FU to the man to learn about this, educate ourselves as much as we can, use our voices, use these tools and take back some control. They didn't have to disclose this stuff, and they weren't disclosing this stuff to us before. Now, you might think that they're using it as a form of manipulation to get more people to use it. I think the opposite. I think the people, those of us with eyes to see, we are the ones that have realized, like, okay, this is what they've been doing. How can we protect ourselves? So when you talk about digital ID, the knowledge proofs and all of the types of things that people are trying to build to protect us as we move in this environment, this becomes incredibly important. That's why our voices are so important right now. So and then as far as universal basic income, yep, I think there's going to be a universal basic income because a lot of the jobs are going to go away. But I also think that if we are loud and we talk about it and we learn about it, all these data centers and stuff, because there's going to be an increase in the data centers and everything, that is a public resource. Right. So like if you think about Alaska or some of these other places where you're getting paid, they're getting paid for the public resource of the goods on that land, right, that are being used. I think eventually it's possible that universal income will kind of get back into that. Like it'll tap into that, where that is a resource that is shared because it's all of our data, right? And it's housing it. So perhaps any money that's being made will be passed off in some way to the people. Now, does this sound like extremely optimistic and all of that? Well, yeah, it kind of does. But I would rather have that mindset because we are the future that we think and we believe and we want to create. And so unless we step up and do something about it, we will get folded into the dystopian world. So all of you guys that are in here now, you're a very important piece of this puzzle, and kudos to all of you. So that's all I gotta say.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I agree.
So it's essentially what the message I'm getting is: we're making the best of what we got, what we were given. And not to contradict or anything, I appreciate you guys big time, and I do care about you and everything and your fucking opinions. What I'm saying is that I'm an absolutist. I'm a this should have never been introduced to fucking the public ever. Like, in other words, they kept it secret for so fucking long until the final hour. And the final hour is, it doesn't matter what the fuck we do with AI at this point. They have a way bigger picture that they're doing, and they're doing it relatively soon.
I think we're here to carry this torch through the next 10 years.
I sound like a fucking negative Nancy, and I'm sorry about that. But what I'm saying is, okay, make the best of it. Okay, great, I'm down. But I just get me out of poverty, bro. Let's fucking go to $20. Let's go to $50.
But also, Zerk, you have to remember that a lot of this, all this technology, like blockchain, all this stuff. It enables people to create their own funding. Like before, people had to go through VC funding or angel investors in order to create a company or to get recognition or get any kind of sort of funding to make their ideas come to life. But now we have people can create an NFT project. And now you have a community. You have a community venture capital where you have community-driven capital helping the project succeed. And now this is growing to something which has never been done before. This is something very new. So that's why I've kind of shifted my mindset of being like this negative, downer, dark, whatever type mindset
possibilities.
to this positive mindset. Because the more that I'm building with it, the more that I'm realizing the opportunity that it has with it. And I wish people would dive more into it and see the possibilities that you do have with it. And it doesn't matter what you're into.
That's beautiful.
Like you could be into farming, you can be into homesteading, you can be into whatever the hell you want to do, and you can create value from it by creating a community from it and finding like-minded people to participate in whatever business that you are creating, right? Like, for example,
amen.
Listen, what you just said, you hit the nail right on the head, Nerdy, because we are the voices, we are the ones. When someone creates a crowd-funded, like Antidote Finance, for example, their crowd-funded bank that they're doing, right? There's so many projects, people that are investing into these projects, and they're circumventing the whole venture capital, where you have a few elites that have the money that push these projects forward, that then the population ends up using their app, their this, their that, whatever. We create our own. All we have to do is collectively convince the public that our shit is better than their shit. And when we start doing that chain reaction, and we do, the more people that jump on, it doesn't matter what they do if people don't use it.
So amen. And that's fucking wonderful. And I love that. But to exemplify and kind of shut the fuck up about my point is RPM couldn't have said it better, bro. This is roughly what I was referring to, is that it's already planned. They move in their own time. We are irrelevant and can't stop nothing, even if we tried. We roll to preset esoteric dates. It's that Masonic fucking timeline. So I'm saying from a zoomed out point. I'm not trying to be negative fucking Nancy. I'm not. I'm just saying, sure, you could create and build, and sure, we could do things like that, but like, why do you have to if you're already retired? It's so I go back to, it's like, fucked. It sounds negative, but it's not, because I'm gonna live in fucking utopia.
Yeah,
it's
I think
fucking wonderful.
I think it comes down to a personal choice, bro.
But at the end of the day, we're gonna get rich off the backs of these devils. So in other words, it's already a beast system, and it has been for 100 years.
I think signing up for UBI is the permanent sheep system. Once you're in there, you're not coming back out.
Right. Well, how many of us are gonna have to, no matter what? Like, are we gonna have to, no matter what? Or
I will say this too.
Yeah.
No matter whether there are, I kind of study on that, the whole timeline and the preset dates and all of the thing, and history repeats itself and blah, 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 blah. But I don't think that there's ever, I know there's never been a time that there has been this many people awake, collectively awake and investigating in all facets of shit that's going on. Like, it doesn't matter if it's crypto or politics or big government, whatever, it doesn't matter. There are so many people that are rattling the cages and saying, like, hey, enough is enough, that I believe that we have a real shot at busting out of it. So yeah, their timelines are their timelines, but that doesn't mean that we can't create our own timeline in where we flourish. And you also, with the money, you're going to have so many people that are like us, just good-hearted people that have a desire to change the world with money and power. That is huge. That's never been this way before. I'm getting chills talking about it, because
me too.
Like, I have goosebumps all over my body. Our time
confirmation.
We are the ones, guys. We are the ones. So that's
Hey,
you really want to get fucking? You really want to build shit on AI and not be in the fucking Bahamas on a yacht?
Well, here's the thing.
Why the fuck you guys want to steal work? Like, I don't understand.
Plumbing brought up a good point.
for humanity, Berserker.
Humanity.
Marcus, peace. I'm out of here. Have a great day.
Oh, later,
Oh,
Remy.
Remy later, bro.
Have a good day, Remy.
See you,
Yeah.
Ram.
That's bullish, Melissa. Fuck, dude.
I agree.
I need to get my head out of my ass. Fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been telling you that for ages.
Bro,
fix that leaky gut.
less than a fuck about building some fucking, doing all kinds of work, trying to get everybody involved and trying to get this like grassroots project going that's AI assisted and AI. Dude,
Listen, no.
they're gonna come out with the next Facebook and just murder your project.
If AI would never
I just
be
don't
able
understand
to
the
do
enthusiasm.
what I'm doing, because for someone like me, I have a lot of passion and desire. I work a 9-to-5 job and I have family, I have all this stuff. I'm trying to do what I want to do and need to do, what I'm called to do with a little bit of time. AI is helping me exponentially. Like this Opus clips that I've been working on while you guys are talking, I could not do what I do, which is going to get my voice out there more. More people are going to see my stuff. How did I achieve that? Through AI. You know, Optimistic Prime, she's had her Dream for the Wandering Footprint. She's built her whole app thing using AI, talking about it. What's her vision? What does she want to see? How does it work? How can I protect the people that are coming in? Doing all these things. We're using AI to do it. So while it's a negative, it also can be a huge positive for those that use the tools that are out there and available to them. So I don't see it as a negative. And then to your point about why wouldn't we want to just be on a boat somewhere retired and all of this? Number one, those of us that are busting our ass, hopefully we are creating something that is going to live on in perpetuity, to where people are going to see it forever. You're not going to have to bust your ass forever. And we're going to know the AI. So we're going to still be able to do our stuff. And number two, I truly am doing this because I want to make a change. I want to make a difference in the world. My whole life, I've wanted to make a difference. This is my way. So, and being retired at some point, I mean, you need to do something.
Yeah, you're gonna get bored.
Fill your bucket, right? You can't just be on a boat, and after a while, you're gonna feel like I need to have some purpose in my life. So create something now for yourself, Berserker, that you can create a purpose for your life that you can do in little doses and still be on your yacht.
Well, I think I kind of already do that naturally. Like, so with me, it's not as prolific or profound as creating like a project or something. It's not like something like that where I'm doing it like online and stuff. In fact, I've had a lot of scars and battle scars from this alone for the last 6 years straight. So in other words, I kind of want to unplug for a minute and then get back into real life, go touch some grass, shit like that. But I got other people that are in my, circle and in my world that where we will do real world shit to help people, i.e. building churches with my mom, fucking buying the Kings with Buster. Like you don't it's big shit. Just going out and looking at land with Nerdy, like shit like that. Like it's gonna, and that will take up a lot of my time. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I think what it boils down to is I got the Cypher energy going on because I'm tired. The Matrix Cypher. I wish this steak was real. I got that going on for sure. I'll admit it. But at the same note, I think that we just have like different things. Like I've never had a problem staying busy ever. Fucking ever. So I could be retired on a yacht in the water, and my mind will come up with like 10 things to keep my ass busy for that, or to help people, or to whatever the fuck. I'll meet somebody, and all of a sudden it'll rabbit trail into buying them a car, and then like figuring out how we can get their family out of poverty, and like, oh, we got to start this business, and the only reason why we're starting this business is because their family fucking needs the business, and we can do this and that. We can take this dividend, like it just goes. So,
but being retired is just being tired again.
Oh shit! Right? Yeah, you never stop working. Yeah.
It took me a couple of seconds. I was like, wait, what?
The delayed reaction. No, you never. Yeah, I agree. Like you never stop working. You have to keep moving and things. So I think I will do that on that level, Melissa. I think it just comes more in like real life, because when I say, and I'm not saying real life that you're not in real life. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm not as like technologically advanced as you guys. Like I'm not. Like I know basic computers and stuff like that, but the honest truth is I just want to kind of like go do some organic shit, like just a bunch of organic.
Everyone has their place. Yeah. Everyone has their piece to the puzzle that they play, right?
Yep. I want to essentially meet
that will
people.
be able to help you achieve your goals. Yeah. So when you're building those churches and you want to get connected to other people that want to build churches, you got people that will help you. right?
Fucking A. And then you
all
can
have it.
then you
We all
can
have
fucking write an AI script for me that delivers the sermon automatically to people's fucking Neuralinks. Like, let's go, dude.
That's what I'm saying, my friend. Yeah.
No, I think I firmly believe that we're entering an age where poverty kind of goes away, where everyone has money, where money becomes this normal thing like water. I don't think that people are going to be fighting over money as we do today, as they will in the future.
It's fucking bonkers.
I think
right
it's going to
now,
be.
bro.
I think people are going to be fighting more of freedom. I think freedom is going to be more a luxury, meaning that being able to travel or sit in different classes of the plane, or be able to do things, or have certain amount of things, or use a certain amount of energy and stuff like that. I think they're going to be I think the more people are going to be more resource rich. I think people being resource rich is going to be more of a sign of wealth rather than being money rich, right? Like materialistic rich. I think that things are gonna shift drastically. We're going to see wealthy people having the lights on, all the time, not have to worry about water, not have to worry about drinking dirty water or anything like that. And then, other people who are living on the poverty, so the poverty side kind of changes from, not having from being homeless to having a spot but not having the cleanest food but having food. You know what I mean? Because even like we're seeing like this food stuff that's happening, how they're altering the food system today, right now, right? Where like if you look at certain foods are good for you and certain foods are bad for you, right? And the foods that are bad for you are super cheap, and the foods that are good for you are super expensive, right? So we already have that nutrition gap that's already taking place, and I think that nutrition gap is going to help with with like how kids are born and how they're raised
100%.
nutrition wise. So I think it's going to be more of a resource gap more than anything.
They're gatekeeping nutrition now because that's kind of what keeps you sane. If you don't have your sanity, you don't have your health, what do you have?
Yeah.
Bro, these is fucking like
Vegas and booze.
Yeah, there you go. No, there's these health protocols that the only reason why motherfuckers are coming or waking up to it is social media, and it's just like normal ass people talking about cures.
Yeah.
Like normal fucking health, like general health, like hospitals and traditional health, like Rockefeller health fucking system, like they're killing people, dude, and it's more apparent every day, bro. It's nuts.
Well, I think on that mindset, you'll have more people aiming towards synthetic health, and then the rich people will have organic health, right? They
already do, bro. All these motherfucking like, dude, I've seen so many shorts about billionaires, like people firsthand accounts of like people working for billionaires, and they're all homeopathic. It's all Eastern medicine, bro.
Yeah,
they don't take any pharmaceuticals. They don't take shit. They fix their fucking health with food. It's crazy,
and I think it's gonna excel more because we're moving into this era. There's this portion in history where there's going to be more elder people, more retired people than there are going to be younger working force people and people that are going to repopulate the planet. But within that, I think it's going to be more of, I think it needs to be normalized for people to live with their parents for a longer age, and for them to be caretakers of their parent, and for them to work just to take care of their parent. And I think that the family dynamic kind of is a luxury aspect for people who have money, can get married and can have a family, and people who are living in this poverty state, they're just working just to help their parent. And then you're going to have this era where people are going to they're going to come into where you can upload your parents' conscious. Don't let your old one fade away. Visit them in the virtual reality, right? Pay X amount of credits to keep your elder one alive. And I think we're moving into that kind of era because they already made hella shows about it. If you watch a bunch of,
I think it's crazy talk.
No, bro, it's
you got to build your communities. Move away from cities. Build your communities. Stop listening to that crap. It's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
Resources are not the thing of the future. Your information is, and everything that goes around it is your ability to access that information. So if you know how to make greenhouses and build homes, or if you're able to run a 3D printer and make a home and then create a community, And like it's all about being smaller and being more local. That's what they're afraid of, because they're the opposite of that. They are about bigger cities, more control, your how you ship things around. That is proven to be the opposite of what works, and everything that's happening is a result of that. So just build your own community, be happy within your community, and there's your future.
Yeah, they don't want people being self-sufficient anymore.
No.
They want the hive mind. They want
Yes.
everyone to. So don't do what they want.
Here's the thing: people have not considered they're not even put into equation the Internet of Bodies and the Internet of Things and the Internet of Everything. Microsoft has already figured out how to turn your DNA and put it onto a silicone, freaking a hard drive, a glass hard drive, and how to convert it back into DNA. So it's not like these are outlandish concepts. These are already happening. They're already creating brains and petri dishes and using that as computing power. As
Bro, the average Joe has fucking no clue any of that shit.
A lot of that shit is already real. It's already.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I keep saying we're so cooked. And I'm not saying, be scared, boogeyman. No, I'm just saying it's already here, bro. There ain't shit
I think the people that are asleep are supposed to be asleep. Unfortunately, I don't know.
I agree.
Dude.
I agree.
So, like, digital IDs, let's say, for instance, everybody's afraid of it, but we already have it. Like, you just don't accept it because it's not so in your face. You have a license, you have a birth certificate, you have a health card if you're, let's say, in Canada. Yeah, the phone is a delivery mechanism for it, right? Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you do.
Damn, he was hovering over the target.
He got rugged, bro.
Hovering.
Bro, that's fire shit, though. I get it. Creating, let's go, dude. It's just like you guys are digging AI. Don't get me wrong, bro. AI is convenient as fuck. I've used it. Fuck yeah. Like shit, me Nerdy used it to like pass tests and shit online. Like you know what I mean? It's cheating is just fucking. It's they're inviting it, bro. So, but at the end of the day, what does that do to everything? What does that do to the school system? You think the motherfucking powers that be that created you AI didn't know that the public is just going to use that to skate through society because we're naturally fucking lazy? Like,
well, they're gonna defund the school systems and have AI teach the kids. That's what
dude,
I've
it's
heard.
ultimate dependence.
They're already trying to do that.
Ultimate dependent.
You got to get your kids,
Yeah.
get your
Arm of
fuck
education.
out of there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like one of us, you're gonna do a better job raising your child than any health or any school system.
Bro, and like I said, I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying about my basic like mind thought isn't against like embracing AI. No, I'm gonna embrace all of it. I don't give a fuck. I'll have the phone and the digital ID and the come get me motherfucker type shit. But I'm still gonna have that compound where even though I know my fucking face and my system and all my shits in the system in the matrix, I'm still gonna live like away from everybody. Like no peasants, no fucking none of that shit. You're going through 9 gates to get to my ass. You know what I mean? You know, whether or not I'm working or creating businesses, I don't want to do that shit. That's stress. All of that equals stress to me. And if I'm rich, I'm not stressing myself out. I'm not doing shit. You know what I mean? Whirlwind, you rugged halfway. You there?
You know, AI used to stand for Alex's info. I know it. You guys think I'm wearing tinfoil hat for nothing?
Good timing.
No, Alex Jones.
That was beautiful.
That'll be Alex Jims there, Nerdy.
No, hold on.
I don't want you involved in the lawsuit.
There was actually a really good video of Alex Jones talking about something. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
My head looks like a gigantic Hershey's Kiss. Come give me one.
Trump's in bed with a goblin.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Bro, it's not like I said, it's not negative. It's like Ski Mask said it earlier. It's just all Berserker wants to do is chill. No, that's not all I want to do. I know that work is going to find me. Like my ass going to be so fucking busy as a rich guy. I'm going to have to pipe myself down and calm the fuck down a lot because I'm going to be doing all kind of shit that I want to do. Ideas popping up out of nowhere with no resource limitations. That's going to keep me so fucking busy and tired. So, but at the end of the day, is it still chasing your own tail? You know what I mean? So, yeah, maybe I'm going to have to force myself to to chill. ZRK will have butthole sunning salon franchises. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to do that already. I don't think I really want to specialize in that. Like, you just get the info out there and you can sun your butthole yourself, you know? So.
Butthole sun, won't you come and my butt away?
No.
Black and
No.
white. Bro, 2 for 2, bro. You're fucking on fire, Jim.
That was a disclosure. That was the
Sometimes
first. That was the first disclosure song right there, dude.
Black hole sun.
Sometimes I'll be racking them up in my brain, and there's just not enough room to jump in between like conversations, and I'm like, my memory's so shot right now. I'm like, maybe I'll remember next time.
Yeah, like plumbing's got it, bro. Once you have enough money to survive for 20 years at a first moonshot, go travel the world for a year and enjoy yourself. Just travel. No, I don't want to deal with fucking airports. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not traveling, dude. I'm fucking cruising around and making my fucking.
You can have your own airplane,
my
dude.
city better. Yeah.
Fucking talking about airport. You just drive in through the back gate to your airplane and fly wherever you want.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You're not doing
after
that.
you left your own water park.
Yeah.
Your own water park.
Schlitterbahn.
We got one in SAC called Sunsplash. Yeah, dude.
Oh, Sunsplash is fun.
Yeah, dude.
I almost fell off that shit.
Yeah.
Off the white one that goes up, that's facing towards the road. So the lady pushed me in the tube and I fell off the tube. And so I was just going without the tube and I was more slippery and I almost went over the edge.
Oh my god.
Damn, son.
One time I went to a water park and I wore a shirt on the slide, which was a big mistake, and it caught up and I got stuck. And then this like a larger person just booted me right in the back, and I flew off that part and then down onto the last part and then whoosh, into the water. And I had like a footprint on my back.
Holy shit. That's
Oh,
crazy.
it hurt bad.
That sounds
dude.
terrifying.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, I almost beat her up. I'm just kidding.
Here's the video real quick.
Run it, dude. Run that shit.
Years. I don't get into aliens, metaphysical, religion, any of that. I've studied healing, and I've also communicated with a lot of the top people. And if you want to know, I will actually break down right now the best knowledge right now what's happening on the planet.
What's happening?
The elite are all about transcendence and living forever and the secrets of the universe, and they want to know all this. Some are good, some are bad, some are a mix. And we're on this planet, and Einstein's physics showed it, Max Planck's physics showed it all. There's at least 12 dimensions. And now that's why all the top scientists and billionaires are coming out saying it's a false hologram. It is artificial. The computers are scanning it and finding tension points where it's artificially projected and gravity's bleeding in to this universe. That's what they call dark matter. So we're like a thought or a dream that's a wisp in some computer program, some God's mind, whatever. They're proving it all. It's all coming out. Now, there's like this sub-transmission zone below the third dimension that's just turned over to the most horrible things is what it resonates to. And it's trying to get up into the third dimension that's just a basic level consciousness to launch into the next levels. And our species is already way up in the fifth, sixth dimension, consciously, our best people. And the elites themselves believe they're racing using human technology to try to take our best minds and build some type of breakaway civilization where they're going to merge with machines, transcend, and break away from the failed species that is man. And so Google was set up 18, 19 years ago. I knew about this before it was declassified. I'm just saying I have good sources, that they wanted to build a giant artificial system. And Google believes that the first artificial intelligence will be a supercomputer based on the neuron activities of the hive mind of humanity, with billions of people wired into it with the Internet of Things. And so all of our thoughts go into it, and we're actually building a computer that has real neurons in real time that's also psychically connected to us, so that they will have current prediction powers, future prediction powers, a true crystal ball. But the big secret is, once you have a crystal ball and know the future, you can add stimuli beforehand and make decisions that control the future. And so then it's the end of consciousness and free will for individuals, as we know, and a true hive mind consciousness with an AI jacked into everyone, knowing our hopes and dreams, delivering it to us because we were already wired in and absorbed before we knew it by giving over our consciousness to the system by our daily decisions that it was able to manipulate and control into a larger system. There's now a human counterstrike taking place to shut this off before it gets fully into place, and to block these systems and cut off the pedophiles and psychic vampires that are control of this AI system before humanity's destroyed.
So No, 7 years ago, no one was thinking AI was going to take over
So
civilization.
you can see why the FBI decided to destroy him, which it did.
I've been on
Tucker. And that's completely sober. Did you guys did you guys hear about the where the ballroom that Trump's building?
Yeah.
That underground, it's gonna have like drones and all kinds of stuff. It's gonna have like its own completely autonomous system. I was watching.
That's interesting.
Fox News or something. I mean, you could find the info about it.
Yeah.
Because he's requesting $1 billion. It was only supposed to be like 250 million. Now it's like what, 8 times the price? So it's going to be like a legit, not like the bunkers we think of. It'll be like a place where you can probably drive like, what do you call it? Like armored personnel vehicles and stuff like that. And
what if it was
like a baby Skynet, probably?
What if it was just a last minute Ponzi just to extract the rest of the money from us, before they go truth?
Maybe.
Or they're using it to create Eagle Eye.
Haven't been taking any money from me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, you just look at the basics, bro. I'm always like a zoomed out absolute motherfucker. If it's not this, it's this. Like I'm that guy. So, dude, the truth about the earth, the truth about the Bible, the truth, like basic bare bones truth. None of that has been disclosed from any kind of like credible enough source. So sure, a lot of people, doctors and theologians and all that shit have talked about it. But like the motherfucker that really matters, like T-Dog, the reason why I think on a root level, a lot of people go to hate on T-Dog is because on a root level, that motherfucker never fixed anything. He never said, my fellow Americans, the earth is flat. Like that's all the motherfucker needs to say. Because he's from a position of power high enough to where motherfuckers are going to go, wow, we can't ignore that.
But to counter that,
you know what I mean?
He did say,
but he showed a lot of posts though about it.
He gave us aliens.
Yeah.
And no one believes it.
No one believes that shit, but because they're Nephilim.
So even if he did say
crap,
the earth was flat or whatever, it wouldn't even matter.
Well, he talked about the mercury and vaccines, but it's all hinting around the bush with fucking Truth Social. Motherfucker, just get on the podium. Get on the podium or get behind the camera in the Oval Office and tell us the firmament's real, the earth's flat. Like, come out with some basic ass truth. Then we'll start dissecting AI and why the fuck you're, backing it with the Zionists. And like, dude, it's so fucked. None of us asked for this shit. COVID happened and all of a sudden AI got shoved down our throats.
You said Zionist. I have another video for you.
Bro, run that shit.
Oh, yeah.
This is coffee time.
Isn't that the way it always happens in the movies? They always have the president come out and say the world's going to get flooded.
Yeah.
The weather's going to be bad. That's not, I don't see that.
I just look at this. I zoomed out. We're sitting here we're pontificating about AI and how it can help everybody. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking away your guys' theory and stuff. I agree. It's great. Build some shit. Let's do some shit. Use some AI. I use AI, but I'm not all over it. But what I'm saying is that we're detail oriented on some dumb shit where all the other truth matters. Like, why the fuck isn't Nancy Pelosi hanging? Why the fuck is Gavin Newsom still our governor? Why the fuck? It's just so many why the fucks.
So violent.
No, dude, you perceive me as violent.
No, I'm just messing.
Some
with
people
you.
say Hillary Clinton's dead already.
I believe it.
How many body doubles? Why the fuck does she have body doubles? What the fuck is a body double? Is it a clone?
What did she
Is it a clone?
spit up into that glass of water?
Oh yeah,
that was.
Bro, what about her fucking? What about her Kuru disease? Like flip out.
Yeah.
Oh, Hillary?
Remember that shit? Yeah.
Hillary? Yeah. My main thing is how
people forget about this shit. It's like decades ago. All this shit happened years ago, and like
do it again, Berserker.
At all. Sorry, go ahead.
No, my main thing is how did Pelosi become a multi-millionaire?
Oh, we know
a public servant.
They all
of them are multi-millionaires because of the same reason.
Million plus, all of them.
Yeah, Pelosi's the fucking poster child of it.
AOC used to do dancing videos, and now she's making bank money, and now she's
got double D's
of the left.
Like we forget about the old school red pill 101, basic red pill, general education on red pill. We forget about all that and how none of that has come to light. We've all just been conspiratizing about it for years, and there's been a lot of truth come out, a lot of theories come out, but in a lot of facts about shit too, like the jabby jab and how evil it is and all that. But we've never come down to a whole massive public resolution or justice of any of it.
And this is why I was saying that I kind of believe that the Q disclosure and everything that happened during 2020 and all that was just another psyop. It was a pre-psyop. They were basically controlling a narrative, right? And then all these other characters came out and started supporting it. And now you even have the news. You have Waters coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, aliens are real. And there's different types of aliens, and the Galactic Federation and all this other bullshit." Like, it's all garbage, right? But it's to take your mind away from the fact that literally nothing has changed.
Yeah, nothing has changed. It's a slow drip to get to normal. You use this term a lot, Nerdy, which is bullish. I love it. It's correct. Normalizing the fact that nothing has happened.
Yeah.
That's what's fucked, is that nothing has happened. And that's why I say we're
being so black pill nerdy.
I'm not trying. Or like, why are you being negative, berserker? Like, no, I'm not, dude. I'm positive as fuck. We're going to get rich off the backs of these devils with ZERPs, and we're going to change a lot of people's lives. And we're going to help a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. So that's good. I'm essentially good. I'm just going, yeah, we're fucking cooked. Because we're swallowing all this bullshit in real time and no justice has happened. And I don't know if it will happen. That's why that's the whole psyop, is to keep us hopeful enough long enough to where they can cook us fully. And we're still thinking Trump and the Q team is going to save the world.
That's the separation. Again, it goes back to the conversation we had with Melissa earlier, whereas they're going to have, you have a group of people who are waiting to be saved, and then you have people who are taking in charge of their own future and creating products that will save people. So you have people who are waiting for a savior, and people are saying, "Nah, I'm done with that. I'm done with all that. I'm just gonna just create my own route. Wherever the world is going, let it go. I'm gonna create my own world this way. And if you want to come along with me, come along with me. But we're done with their system." I think it's more of that kind of energy. Whereas you're gonna see more people. The more bullshit that they put out on mainstream media, the more people will be like, you know what, I'm done with this. I want to create. And I think that's happening for a reason. I think that they're trying to exhaust people. They're trying to overstimulate people and exhaust people to like, I mean, look at Epstein, went nowhere. Aliens went nowhere. Hunter went nowhere.
That's because our leadership sucks.
None of it went anywhere at all.
Well, Madman usually tends to be more negatively connotationally, grounded. And I gotta hand it to you, Madman. He's being positive. He goes, tons of justice has happened and more will happen. Amen. But here's the thing: why the fuck do they keep us asleep this long? Why is the such a large? Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people are waking up because social media and and Musk bought X and allowed everybody to spew everything, and the Jews were able to be talked about on X, and TikTok just has a ton of conspiracy theory videos now. So a lot of the normal Joes are waking up more than they were, but it still doesn't answer. So that's the thing. There are two different things. The justice that should be happening that we're talking about, and the information coming out and it being allowed to come out and people waking up. So those are two different things. One's bad, one's good. Sure, people are waking up, but it doesn't mean that the justice that should have happened already.
Nothing as it appears, though. And even some of the justice that I think has already happened, like you guys are talking about, Hillary's supposedly gone and all this kind of stuff. I truly believe that a lot of the justice we're not going to see, we'll never know. And that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen, because a lot of the stuff, everything is so tied to each other that the mass public can't handle the truth. Like they can't. And
that's why it's a slow.
It's a slow thing. And the other thing
I hope you're right, Melissa, because I think I
am right. And the other thing I was going to say is, remember that you create your own reality. So what you choose to be in. So Ryan and I were driving the other day. I didn't even know this whole thing with Trump and people rushing back to the White House and all. I had no clue that was going on. Okay. Had I been following that the other day and been all in it, I'd have been like, oh gosh, something really bad's happening or whatever. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're taking a drive. Everything's great. It's not even on our radar whatsoever. Right. So it all depends on where you are at and what reality and timeline you're putting yourself in at the time. So and the other thing I will say too is young people don't watch mainstream media. They don't. They watch TikTok. Where
Yeah.
are people?
Yeah.
Where are we? We're on places
Okay.
like TikTok and X and all
Mhm.
those things, right?
And that's where all the videos are, the wake up videos. Yeah. dude.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? So it's creating their own prison that they created, the tools that they created. I don't think they banked on us actually figuring out how to use these tools and actually doing it. And then it's kind of caused a chain reaction with folks that are starting to do it. And then you have the younger generation growing up, you kids are like, oh, we're taking this to a whole nother level. We don't accept the truths that you've told, right? A lot of the younger generation, they see the bullshit for what it is. And that's very powerful. So
our
yeah.
leader,
Bill Lumberg bullshit with that whole it can't handle the truth. shit. But that's his opinion.
I'm telling you, most of the people I know, they cannot
Right.
handle the truth,
Right.
man. They
So we
cannot.
know how frail these fucking Casper Milquetoast Karens, Starbucks Karens, Chick-fil-A Karens, they can't handle it, bro.
I've had
They
my
won't be
friends
able
tell
to.
me, I don't want to know, Melissa. I don't want to know. They've straight
I've
up
had
told me,
conversations with sheep too, and they're just they're
want it.
actively no. Yeah.
This summer, Pluto comes into Leo. I mean, not Pluto, Jupiter. And that means the leadership is going to be strong. And I think there's going to be a change of the guard of leadership roles around the world this summer. It's going to be a big time for anyone that's in leadership. And for the last 7 years, it's been the exact opposite of that. Leo,
real quick.
They've been getting rid of leaders for the past 7 years.
Well, watch when the king dies. The king's gonna die. There'll
Charles.
be a new king, like that kind of shit. The new guard will
Well,
come up.
that's the BG 123 riddles is Charles.
Oh,
Like,
he's the
yeah.
king. The king of XRP
Fuck
is
that
really
bear.
They already
Good bear.
announced a kind of like a preparatory, not the official
Yep.
swearing in. So they're already getting him ready. So I don't know what kind of cancer he has, but he's already like,
oh, he's on his way out.
75 or
Well,
78.
there
and
was
it's
some fucking anonymous account on Twitter that fucking called the Queen's death and then also said the king would die like March 22nd or something like that.
Go back and look at when Trump went over there and Charles is standing up next to him. Look at his fingers. They're
Sausage fingers? His little sausage fingers?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
so swollen, like inflammation. It looks like he could like shoot like rockets out of
Yeah.
like
Little baby lasers.
All I'm trying to say,
Bro, it's the RGB fucking psyop, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I don't know if you remember when she died. She technically was announced on Fox a year earlier that she died on accident. So,
I'm
like,
just
dude,
saying-
all these little idiosyncrasies and black cat matrix glitches, like, we've fucking seen it all for the last 10 fucking years because we're paying attention. But like Melissa said, should we be? Because, like, if you didn't know about this XYZ, like, so it depends on what we put our focus
the
on.
lions are coming.
So
The
this is-
lions are coming.
This would be the
Fuck,
best way.
so what was your point, Marcus, about leadership change? What the fuck was
Just
the
the
end?
lions are coming this summer, baby, and we're gonna see
Meaning
some fucking justice
in a
dude.
good way. Okay, so we'll see
I
some
believe
shit
it.
happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nerdy, sorry, my
All
bad.
right, so no, you're good. I was gonna say if to look at it from this point of view is imagine that you're working for a corporation, right? The corporation has an obligation to their shareholders to make sure that the corporation itself gains more money over time, gains income, right? So they're more worried about the company itself and not worried about the employees, right? And then you have people who are working for the company, which are the employees, which are us, who are wondering what is the company's going, where's the direction of the company going. I think people should look back with this concept. People should look back and understand that it's more about prolonging America, the empire, moreover than helping the people. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah. That's what it seems like.
And that's exactly
They're rebranding it. They're slapping lipstick on the pig.
Yeah, and if you look at it, what's happening with Iran and all this other stuff, America is more focused on making sure America stays on top, making sure the dollar stays on top, making sure the empire, the American empire, stays on top, and any other competition that comes against it, any competition that comes against it gets eliminated altogether, and they have to comply. So where you see China shaking hands with Trump and all this other stuff, China has already submitted. They already know that this is the American Empire era.
It's the new world order. They're all in bed together. Yeah.
The America, the dollar is the one world currency, and
You know what's crazy is that
through stable coins,
bro.
They're gonna make it appear like the dollar will die and XRP will be the new currency.
Yeah, but it's
right, but it's all made in America. When at the end of the day, it's a global currency, and fucking Japan has been on lock, Korea's been on lock for years. Why in the fuck haven't we mooned because of them? So that's the whole back to the whole thing where they're all in bed together. So that lends credence to what Nerdy's been talking about, is that they all are in bed together and they all are going to go, hey, it's going to start in the U.S.
Yeah,
because the Clarity Act.
Right
Clarity
now
Act has nothing to do with fucking Japan or China.
Has everything
Why
to do with
the
America.
fuck aren't we mooning because of the? You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
And it's
I'll
more
tell
about
you
like
why.
when people together and we're over here trying to figure out our own thing. We're basically the employees, right?
And for future generations, a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
That's so
Now, I know if Nerdy had his way, it would be a nerd world order, right?
Did you guys see the card they passed? Did you guys see the
94.
card they passed around at his funeral? That's supposed.
Well,
to
yeah,
go
everybody got an envelope, right?
Well, and it says they know everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the
So
latest.
that's what they
wild.
that could have been a psyop because that's
Well,
what
I know,
they took a picture of. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I watched it in real time. Like all those.
No. The actual verbiage on the letter.
Oh,
There was no like angle on Hillary holding the letter and being surprised, and then there was no like footage of that. They just had a separate picture of some made up shit. So
But
we don't know what the
Bush's
fuck it
wife-
said.
Bush's wife's response was like really telling, and
Blown
the
away.
brother. But can I just say how creepy that clip just was? Like his voice.
It's creepier when you don't see his face.
You should hear Buster
hear it.
Senior
And we
was
will be.
ominous when he said that shit. And he looked. If you watch the video, he looks directly into the camera with confidence and has this evil fucking smirk as he's saying, "And we will be." So it's
world
it's fucking
order.
crazy.
And now all their kids are
mind
like
you-
damn
hold on,
near fumbling it, and it's like the fucking but they're still winning, and like who's winning, who's not? Why is Larry Ellison being celebrated by Trump on the podium in the front? Why is AI being Trump or celebrated by like, dude? There's so many questions that are not fucking answered.
Yeah,
yet.
and mind you that it was Senior was the one who introduced Pelosi, Clinton, and Fauci. It was Senior the one who introduced everybody. It wasn't anyone else. And everything that was planned from that point is still happening today. So it's not like, and that's why it's saying this left right politics is bullshit. It's a single party, right? So it's a one party system, all working towards to push an agenda that was already planned out, and they're just goal pushers. That's all they're doing. They just have to meet this certain thing. And a lot of the representatives that we do have representing us are stupid. They really don't understand anything, and they have like this high school like politics where it's like, oh, you have to be on our side. You're not a team player. I think Tim something, one of the congressmen, he was talking about that. He made a video about that, how they were mad at him because he wasn't being a team player of voting on the same things that they were voting on. So like you have to understand, like the people who are on power are these really older generation who grew up in this cult-like mindset, and that cult-like mindset didn't start from just being in politics. That started from them being young as a child, from their family to only talk to this kind of group of people, only talk to this wealthy kind of group.
There's
of
only
people,
one
do this, that.
narrative. Yeah,
into having little cliques and stuff into colleges and high schools and so on and so forth. And now those are the same people who are the controlling powers. And is their generation, I mean their lineage, their kids or whatever, who are the ones who are coming into power today, right? Because they don't want to lose the system. And that's what goes back to what Melissa and I were bringing up to power, is that we're in this unique time where we can actually build things that can take over their things and to have it on our side. And we can do this by creating things with the utilities that we have available to us today. We're in this really weird transition period of a lot of elder people who were in power are dying and are going away, and we have this gap where this gap where, you know, young people can come in and take over. And that's why you have people like, you know, influencers like Pike and all those other people, all these other mainstream influencers who are trying to influence people on TikTok or whatever, and trying to tell people how to think a certain way. But then you have the younger, generation Alpha, who are looking at the other generation and being like, you guys are retarded. Like, this is stupid. I don't want to follow you guys. So the education stuff is going to be really important. And again, it only takes 15 years or one generation to brainwash a whole generation for them to take over. And that goes into the whole like green energy and LGBTQ and capitalism is bad and socialism is good and all that kind of mindset. The attack that is happening is from within the country, not from outside the country. So it's best to create products within the country that helps our people, helps them see clearly, helps them realize that they've been they've got propaganda that's been hitting them from left, right, front, and center. All that shit is bullshit. For example, like the whole fat shaming thing that happened when with Gap, and how Gap had Lizzo as their brand ambassador, and now all of a sudden Ozempic came out, and now everyone's taking Ozempic, and now everybody wants to be skinny, right? So now all the stuff
what happened to the fat pride? Yeah, like
it disappeared, right? So it's like we're completely changing our narratives, and it's happening so like the amount of change that is happening so fast. This amount of change usually happens over a span of 100 years, 200 years, or whatever. But all the change that is happening in the span of 5 to 10 years. It's happening really, really, really compressed. So
warp speed has more meanings than one. And here's the thing: you're so right. And to me, there's so many things happening, like what you just described, to the point of ridiculousness. Okay, it's just absolutely ridiculous. It like, look at all the stars that, like you say, they're taking the Ozempic and they look crazy. Like, they just look crazy. But when you have people like, say, like, again, back to Anados Finance, that they refused $10 million from a venture capitalist. Why? Because they would have control over their project. Okay. So we have the asset, I guess, in ourselves of knowing history, seeing people get taken advantage of these venture capitals that take these projects and then they squash them and whatever. And you have people that are very, they want to help others. And so they don't take the money. Why? Because what's your $10 million really going to be worth at the end of the day? And you're going to take control over my project. No, we're going to go decentralized crowdfunding. Thank you very much. And the more and more of these people that step up like them, that are building their projects that shows to be successful, the greater the outcome, the more people that will do that and not take the money. Because see, there's always been people like us.
Yeah.
But they've been shut down. They've taken the money. They've the difference is there are so many more of us now that will lift somebody up. Just like when someone loses their account, we can quickly get it back for them and get them back to where they were. That never happened before.
Exactly.
Before, they would just take their life over and they would like blackball them and abolish them from society and whatever. That ain't the case now. So yeah, it's real, and you're exactly right. We are on warp speed. There is so much stuff happening in short amount of time. It's crazy.
My cognitive dissonance, because I'm so absolute, I'm like, black or white or whatever. My cognitive dissonance right now is wondering why the fuck we're allowed to be alive and why the fuck we're allowed to like talk and wake people up when at the same time there's tons of psyops and real evil shit happening underneath our skin that people aren't digesting. So in other words, all this evil's happening, all this, the Skynet is being implemented, so to speak, with AI, crypto, all this shit, but nobody's doing anything about it. But we're still allowed to like sit and try to digest it and talk. And so they're not like killing us in mass, aside from the secret shit they're doing, the food poisons and the vaccines and all that. But what I'm saying is that's my biggest cognitive dissonance. And I think maybe it's because we think on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
normal folks don't.
This
So-
is to me, this is an indication that progress has been made. The fact that you can have this show, Berserker, we can talk about it. I think the whole poisoning the food and all of that, people weren't aware of that. Now people are aware of it. There's all kinds of things. Like I say,
What's-
things are not as they seem. So yeah, it's bad and it looks like this and that is happening and people, this has been going on. It's out there now. Now it's being, the conversation is being forced. And the
Exactly.
fact that we are talking about it tells you they're showing you this is a great big exercise we're all living in.
Mhm.
And it's where, are you going to take this time that you've been given and
Mhm.
run with it, or are you going to shut up and do nothing? More
Yeah.
people are doing something. And like I said, we are the ones. This is the time. If we don't do this now, we will be fucked.
I agree.
Have to
Amen.
do what
Yeah.
we're doing now. All of us, we have to work
Amen.
hard to inspire other people to take the bull by the horns, figure out what you're passionate about. If it's food, start attacking the food. If it's, politics, whatever, now is the time. And the fact that we are allowed to use our voices, it says a lot. Even though they didn't tell you so-and-so was put in jail for whatever, and this happened like maybe all the way back, even when like John Jong-un or whatever the hell his name is.
Kim Jong-un.
Kim
Jong-un.
They were there and we were being shown like hints of like like the Google guy went there and all that stuff. And I think there were servers and all kinds of things like that. I think a lot of those things have been taken out. And I do believe that the world is working together collectively. There are good people in government. Government in itself is not completely bad, right? There are people in, you do need to have some form of governance, right? It's just been overrun with bad people and corruption. And so you cannot dismantle something without harming the general public because it's a chain reaction. So if there's a corporation, you can't just cut the corporation out because it's a trickle down effect on jobs, all jobs connected to that corporation. So what do? Maybe the person's in trouble, but they start making different decisions and it catches all the people that were connected to them, but that corporation is left intact. And eventually, like you're saying, Marcus, people are stepping down, people are moving. I used to track this resignation anon used to take like a tally of all the people over the past, like it's probably like 7 years now, of all the people that have been removed from power from different companies. It's a huge list of people. I know that there's even more now since I've not looked at it in a couple of years, but it's happening. And it's not just these people that you see on TV, it's the other people that you don't see. The secret societies in the background, they are being taken care of.
It was
The
literally
lions are coming.
They are, dude. It was literally a 7-year tribulation for certain groups of people, and
there you go.
we're coming to the
raising up.
we're coming to the
spirits
end of
and
that shit.
hope. Look at you.
Huh?
Sorry.
Oh,
Mark.
the opium.
I asked Kim Jong-un if he likes to play.
There you go. There you go.
Let me get that.
Pass the Lord's leaf over here.
I'm
Up,
really
there you go.
I'm really intrigued for the fact that Donald Trump, our president, is highlighting Stephen Colbert. That is really very, very interesting to me because it was him and the other guy, Chuck Schumer, and there was the other guy that looks like a vampire.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Was it Wiener or something like that? I forgot his name.
Anthony
Weiner, right? Yeah, it was. Those are the guys who are doing really evil shit to children.
Yep.
With the videos and stuff. So now they're being highlighted. So.
Yep. He does that, nerdy.
Yeah.
He's been doing that his whole presidency.
Yeah.
It's
I hate the fact that
nothing is
they're
ever as
cryptic.
it appears. And you know what? He doesn't give a shit.
Exactly.
He gives
knows
them.
them. He knows he's one of he used to hang out like that's his people. Like
No, he puts them in the spotlight so they can burn themselves down.
He does.
Bro,
Yeah.
but are they
Absolutely.
burning themselves down?
They-
Because, dude, that fucking video of supposedly Stephen Colbert mocking a scared child, trying to do
you know what I'm talking about.
that
Exactly.
parody of the music video.
Yep.
You're someone I used to know, like that.
Yep.
That everybody and their mom swore that was
him.
Stephen Colbert. But what I'm saying, let's say it is him. That happened years ago. So I think maybe the drip theory is what fucks us up, where we're like, that motherfucker should have got his head chopped off fucking a decade ago for
But we weren't allowed to talk about it then. So see,
that's true.
This is the lineup that I think that Trump does. Whether you like him or not, I don't really give a shit. I love it. Whether you like him or not, I don't really care. I don't really care whether he's a good guy, bad guy, or he's being made to do this by some good guys. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is he is put in a position. He puts himself out there. He connects himself, calls it, oh, he's a really good guy. He's a really good guy. That doesn't mean he thinks he's a really good guy, but he brings attention. And because Trump is so hated, anything that he supports, somebody else is going to say, they're going to attack it. They're going to research it. They're going to start looking at it. Then they're going to start putting all this stuff out on the internet. Well, like, as you just said, why are we still allowed to be, yes, they are kicking ass right now. Why are we allowed to share this stuff? Why is this stuff being allowed to be on TikTok?
We're technically fueling the fire.
We are.
Well, we also like, so let's say Google, YouTube is still owned by Sergey Brin and all those pedophiles. Why in the fuck are we all able to say shit that we weren't able to say 5 years ago?
Because
that's the positive. That's my
why.
cognitive dissonance. Are they just fooling us into letting us babble because at the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter because they're going to instill Skynet? Or is it actual hope? Are these actually lions?
It's
that are
actual
gonna...
hope, Berserker. I really believe it's actual hope. And I believe like what Nerdy was saying with us building, and we're building the tools and we're learning about all this stuff. Nothing can stop what's coming. You ever see that that visual of all the folks that they have the Monopoly game on their backs, and
the rich people
all we have to do is stand up and their little game is over.
Yeah.
This whole past like 10 years has been wake the fuck up. Wake up, people. And more people are waking up. And when we do, there's more of us than there are of them in the world, not just the United States. I'm talking about the whole world. And when you look at decentralization and XRP Ledger and the tools that have been given to these other countries as well, they're going to be stepping up, right? All boats rise type of mentality. So, I mean, it's so powerful what's going on in the world right now. If you look at it in little tiny boxes, you don't see, but if you zoom out and you look at everything collectively, it's massive change in the right direction.
It is. Like we were never be able to talk about the whole Zionist agenda before, and there was never an understanding of separation between the Judah people and the Zionist movement. It was always that was one thing, but now people are realizing that that's two separate things, right? Like the Jewish people themselves hate the Zionist agenda and they don't even agree with it, and that's something that was never really highlighted before. So now people and what's happening is, again, the spotlight is on the Zionist agenda or the Scientology people or whatever. These dark pools of controls that were happening in the background are now coming to the light, and are not being talked openly and willingly, and something that you would be considered, anti-Semitic before or whatever. And now people hear the term and are like, shut up, you're just a puppet, blah blah blah, I'm over it. I mean, even if you look what's happening with the whole the Thomas Massey situation, right? Like the Thomas Massey situation was wild. That shit is crazy, right?
Crazy, bro. He was the only motherfucker trying to get them Epstein files out. We only got half the Epstein files.
Yeah,
but
is
he fucking compromised? Is he actually a piece of shit? And T-Dog's a good guy? Like, what's happening here, bro?
Even the Marjorie Taylor Greene situation was also wild too.
Yeah, she got kicked out.
Like you had people that were being super, pro-American.
Well, Tulsi Gabbard right now just quit or got fired or what the fuck is that about?
Her husband has bone cancer.
Yeah, but that's the public story. Like, why the fuck are they firing that bitch now?
Yeah, but she owns a house like 5 minutes away from where I live.
Oh, and she was seen putting up a triangle before too. Remember?
She claims that was some Hawaiian freedom shit.
With she was part of that Young Leaders group with what's his face.
Oh, the World Economic Forum, Young Global Leaders.
Yes. So like, so again, here's the thing. things are not always as they seem. People are
agree.
not always as they seem. So even if you have a good player or a bad player or whatever, I fully believe that some of these players, they're doing a job. Whether if they've been in trouble, you're going to do this and your family's going to be fine, and this is your public facing or whatever. And guess what? They don't even need them physically. These people that are doing these things, it might not even look at AI and how good it is now. Like you can literally put someone else's face on your body, and I could be, Bill Clinton right now. With what I have access to, it would look shitty and you'd be able to tell. But think about what they have had all these years. Way better stuff. You don't think the government has way better stuff for AI tools? And most of the stuff's all recorded. So we're all seeing a bunch of recorded stuff of people that, and when you meet people in person, I mean, don't forget also, I mean, they can make you look a different way, to say, I'm just saying everything might not, they don't even need the actual person to play the role. They can simply AI that shit.
Yeah, and it's a mix of technologies. It is the actual mask, and then that mask is maxed with a AI filter on top of it to make it even more real.
You can make that shit with what you got now. We wouldn't be able to tell. Like you can make that shit fucking real.
So is that another reason to have a digital ID, just to counterfeit all that crazy?
Fuck yeah, it is, dude. So, but two things I just want to say real quick. Tulsi Gabbard, she left, and the public story says she had family shit or whatever, but she had actually just got through dropping some sort of crazy ass indictment, DOJ indictment against like whoever, Schiff or something happened right before she fucking dipped, which was hella sus. Sorry.
Well, it could also be this too, guys. You're there to do a certain job. Like, how much bandwidth do you really have to be living this life and dealing with this bullshit and having that kind of responsibilities on your shoulders? You don't want to be looked at as like you're a quitter or whatever. Think about Jeff Sessions. I personally like Jeff. I think he did a lot of shit in the background with the Comey thing and all the stuff. And I followed him very closely. And I have to tell you, when that man left, they were crying. Like, I saw clips, and I can't ever find them again, but I watched it in real time and now it's gone. But I saw it, and that man, I believe he worked his ass off and he's gone. Never to really be seen again. Like, we don't hear about him. But I think these people, they go in, they're doing their job, and then they're exiting stage left. Whether they were made to do their job or they did it and they're like, I need to leave now or whatever. And then here, drop this heavy thing. Just like, what is the dude that dropped the Ripple case right before he left?
Gensler.
No, not Hinman.
But he was also
was it Clayton?
Clayton.
Right. And he was appointed by Trump, I think. And he did it and left that whole thing. It was like a whole setup.
You're saying everybody's got a purpose.
Everybody's got a purpose. Jay did what he did. Okay. He dropped it. Then Gary, everybody, all the Bitcoin people thought, oh, this is great. Gary Gensler's going to be wonderful. And then, thanks, Gary. He was like shitty, right? And then he did the lawsuit against. So it's like, if just every different part of this, people are playing their parts, and then it's tap in, it's tap out, tap in and tap out. And if you think about us and like, what are we capable of doing? How much bandwidth do you have to actually be in the limelight, in the spotlight, dealing with this bullshit day in, day out? And then your protection, security, all the shit.
Yeah, and also Trump highlighting the relationship between us and the EU and the UK too. That's now on the forefront too, which was never on the forefront.
But here's the thing. I was just going to say on that. The second thing I was going to say was that UK loves Trump. That's what Dazzleford says. But I think it's because you guys are fucking starving for freedom. You guys are way more. You guys are way more fucking cooked than we are. Even though we're the fat, lazy, asleep piece of shit, poisoned Americans.
It's because
like
the
UK is cooked.
The monarchy's got to die, and that's where it's located.
I think that's what we're seeing.
They're loving anything that even resembles.
Is the Crown Corporation, the Crown
shell
Yeah, the crown
shell.
that owns everything is dying away. It's fading away, and United States is literally taking over. And this would be if you're super pro-American and you love your country. I mean, the way like all of us on the stage do. This is fucking dope. I mean,
well, they do too, bro.
Right?
Like, hats off to the UK dudes. They're rocking that old like red, whatever the fuck that is, white flag with a red cross, like the OG fucking UK
That's
shit. Like
Switzerland, isn't it?
No. It's a
You
white
mean the
flag.
red?
Like,
That's a Templar cross.
Templar
Oh my
cross,
God.
whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they're doing there. There's like some
Freemasonry.
OGs in the UK. They're like, fuck that. We need our land back. Like, so they're fighting for their own shit and their own freedom too.
Yeah.
And that's probably a lot of the reason why they look to Trump as hope. But it's fucked, bro. It's fucked. No matter what, but we'll get to a point. Melissa's helping us. She's smacking me in the face with some hope bombs. And we're getting to a point where, yeah, we're not dead yet. We're still able to say Jew on fucking YouTube and not get shadow banned. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but there's
we weren't able to do that 5 years ago.
If you look at Australia is struggling right now. Canada is struggling right now. A lot of the crown
Australia,
countries, the royal crown countries, they're all struggling right now, and they all want to end the monarch. They want to move away, and they want to become part of the republic. And this is why the Alberta voting coming up in October is going to be really interesting to see, because if Alberta votes to be separated from Canada and to be become independent or become part of the United States or whatever, that's going to be massive. That's going to be huge. Canada loses at that point in time because all the oil is in Alberta.
you mean North USA?
Yeah, right. So and then you have the whole Greenland situation. If we take over Alberta and then we take over Greenland, it's a wrap. We've literally protected our whole continent. Then nothing can touch us at that point in time.
You guys notice how you're talking about the UK corporation? Like everything is country and government wise is a corporation or incorporated.
Yeah.
And if you want to start learning more about like how to spare yourself out of the tax system, you need to learn how to incorporate yourself. That's exactly how they get away with not doing it, because as long as you're not incorporated by yourself, you are incorporated by them. It just comes that way at birth.
Dunning-Kruger effect all over again. It's like fucking nerdy and hardline talking about how, well, you should embrace an AI program and fix your life. Like, these motherfuckers can't, dude. It's the general public can't help themselves from eating baby meat every day. Like, it's so much worse than you think.
Babies.
Yeah, they're not going to incorporate themselves into an LLC.
But I'm talking
get life insurance and like, dude, they
I'm
don't know
talking
what the
about
fuck they're
people that
doing.
watch this and have and or can understand it, but might not be there.
So your target audience is a lot more intelligent than general pop.
I hope so. I sure hope so. I'm hoping. You know what I mean?
I'm a rude fucking brash motherfucker, and I don't care.
Okay. I mean,
I
sometimes
don't give a fuck because I want to eat fucking gilded steaks off the backs of peasants. Like, I'm done living a fucking shitty ass debt slave life. I'm done fucking worried sick. Sorry, guys.
Let me show you where I'm coming from real quick. Like, this is no offense to Duel, right? But one time we were talking about the whole tax system, and let me just in parentheses say, since you guys were talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, go look up. Now she's doing interviews with Joe Bannister and Payman Montedehe, who started the whole the anti-tax movement, and can prove and show everything. One of them was an IRS agent who got fired for exposing the system. But anyways, Duel said something to the effect, and again, he goes, I'm just going to pay it. I don't want to be bothered with it. That's the same type of mentality as you're talking about, like these McDonald's and, Chinese buffet eaters. So it's like, no, what's the point? What's the point of let's lowball it, right?
Yeah.
Because who knows what everybody's got? That's none of anybody's business but their own. But let's just say you're worth 50 million, somebody's worth 500 million, and then somebody's worth 5 billion. Why would you want to give any of that away for free? Without knowing definitely, like, we're all old enough to not have to clean our room because our parents just said, because I said so. So some 3-letter guy's like, well, that's the law. That's because I said so. Are you going to look it up, or are you going to just go comply? I'm not talking about getting violent or anything like that, but like, you know, like sometimes that's why we got to like pull the layers back. You know, we looked at crypto. Now that everybody here has a goal, and that is to pull in as much finance as possible, so you can do whatever you want, like all the good things we talk about. But if you're gonna have to give away half of it, I don't think that's very smart.
Okay, so what's your point? I missed it all because it was very, very stretched out.
I'm
not as smart as you fucking think, bro.
I don't know. You got a big head. You got a big head, dude.
Bro, my attention my attention span is cooked. So when you talk,
change your monitor settings.
Taxes? What do you mean?
Well, I'm just talking about like, okay, like if it's a capital gains tax, we're not talking. This isn't the stock market. They're saying it's going to be like the new stock market, but it's not. The
new system will have to be trusted.
Yeah,
and I think they're going to get rid of income tax, and they're gonna raise a whole shitload of other taxes.
I mean, Jeff Bezos
how is this congruent with what we were talking about? How
because Nerdy was talking about the corporation of the UK. All countries are having corporations. I've said this before.
Of America,
I've said this before, from the top down to your state, county, and local. Like when you go to court, they your case, whether it's a traffic ticket or like a drug charge or whatever, all of that is put into the market. So in the future, when all this comes up, it'll be tokenized. Every time somebody gets in trouble, they're already doing it now. You see what I mean? Your parking tickets and all that stuff, they have a market for it. So that's what they're going to do. But the reason they can do that is because they're a corporation. They can't do it to somebody who's incorporated, who is a business.
So you're full circle right now. You're bringing it back.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, got it.
Sorry, and I'm, because I'm sick and stuff like that. So sometimes it's hard. I get brain fog a lot. But I remember
your point was
time
get incorporated, which means sovereignty. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, yeah, sovereignty without being a sovereign citizen, because that's just when people start using terminology like that, they have psyoped that. They psyop the term sovereignty by saying sovereign citizen. Well, yeah, I mean
taint the psyops.
They have tainted your ops.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I saw an old video where
that's how I like my ops, dude. I like them tainted.
Oh, you'll get it. Is that
smoked
what
and tainted?
The T and T dog stands for? Taint dog.
Taint.
But
taint dog.
I've seen arrests where they're like, they call into the station like, oh, we got one of those sovereign citizen types. Yeah. So they train you and they train the to automatically dismiss a person.
And you had brought up in the beginning of this conversation, you had brought up Duel, where he's like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll just pay."
Yeah, I'll just pay
to avoid the complication.
Yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I was going to ask what your ultimate point is that be sovereign and fight for it, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, you start learning,
which is along the lines of what Melissa and fucking Nerdy are talking about.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just learn it. Start learning some of the I don't know, there's people that I've watched that know a ton of stuff. Like,
bro, I'm fighting for my right to party.
All right, Beastie Berserker.
Yeah,
Beastie Boys.
Are you sure you don't have the mark?
Nah, bro, ain't no fucking mark.
I was a Jewish rapper.
Fuck that bullshit. Yeah. Ain't no mark.
All right, you guys ready for some juiciness?
Fucking juice it up. Let's get the fuck out of here. We're 322.
I got two videos. One video is this price action stuff, and the other video is a longer video, and then we'll just roll out from there. So thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah, we'll get the fuck out of here so we can chill.
Here's this one.
Roger.
So on this one,
on Bitcoin, Bitcoin is at that's a different number there because
XRP glitched.
It's definitely not a
27,000.
There you go. Bitcoin is at 86,000 right now.
21,355
$2,000 since last night, all the way down to 84,000.
So they caught that live on air
last night before it started to rebound.
That
if
was
you're someone
a
who believes
minute
that
ago,
Bitcoin's
though. I
gonna
remember
soar
this
well
roughly,
to
like a
$1
month
million
ago.
dollars soon, there's a chance to buy on
A
the
year
dip.
ago. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
that's a
then-
year ago, bro.
And then I
Damn it,
have-
nerdy. Damn it.
Damn
I
it.
thought you were- Where's the sauce?
Damn, Daniel.
That was good sauce, though. But that's what I'm saying. It's the same concept of these motherfuckers laugh at our screenshots when we have the
Well, I don't have a picture to share, but my my WebAuth wallet glitched.
Oh, it did?
From a 5-digit number to a 7-digit number.
Yeah, but we trust you. So
I'm just
what you're
sharing.
saying
I
is
know, I'm
good as
just
a
sharing.
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
5
get that
digits,
sorted
7
out,
digits?
Marcus, with Metallicus and all that stuff?
I have a screenshot. I just don't have it on my computer. It's on my phone.
And that's not even relatively a big thing. You're talking about your balance. It went from 5 digits.
My
to 7
Metallicus
digits.
coins went from
Yeah. That's not
Wow.
even a big jump, but that's still a fucking glitch, and that's a lot. So
huge. Yeah.
All
and then
you ready?
Nerdy's got a saucy.
Flying saucer. Oh, this guy. Oh man.
JP
It's a
JP
deceptive world.
Spears.
You got to be on the lookout because if we're not careful, the U.S. could become an occupied nation. I mean, could you imagine if the Russians took over the U.S. or Muslims or some of them little Chinese fellas? I'm telling you, it could happen and people wouldn't even see it. I'm glad to see patriotism on the rise. I'm getting my 4th of July playlist ready. Do you know what Israel's national anthem is called? Isn't it just Israel's national anthem? Oh, yeah. Here it is. Ooh, it's time for Fox News. He's an anti-Semite. He's a dog. What'd he do? He barked at my flag. I got to call someone. No new wars. This is something different, my guy. Rapture, end times. Prophecies are unfolding. Yeah, hi. Do you have room at your shelter? Okay, yeah, I'd like to turn in my dog. No, he didn't bite anyone. He did something worse. Do you euthanize? Well, can you? This Bible sucks. Do you have a Schofield reference Bible? Thank you. This one is much better. Wow, this is beautiful. We could use a data center here. End times are near. Did you hear Trump's approval ratings at 99%? Where? In Israel. Proves he's doing a great job for America. I love the new direction TPSA is going in. If Charlie Kirk was alive, I guarantee he'd be for war with Iran and he'd be against Thomas Massey, his favorite congressman. And he wouldn't be friends with his friends Candace and Tucker. And he would have went back to pro-Israel causes that he turned his back on. To think he'd have the same views that he had when he was alive is totally naive. Right? No, he's delivering on all his campaign promises. And I think the swamp is fully drained.
Let me read this to you. We firmly reject the false and dangerous narrative that criticism of Zionism constitutes anti-Semitism. Anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism. Judaism and Zionism are not synonymous.
That's anti-Semitic. Who wrote that? Jewish rabbi. You got yourself an anti-Semite right there.
The rabbi also said Zionism is antithetical to Judaism.
The Jew hate Israel. The Jew hate Israel. The Jew hate Israel? Ooh, roasted him. Laura Loomer is quite an intellectual. Of course, Thomas Massey lost. And let this be a lesson on what happens when you're disloyal to Trump. I love being loyal to a person above all else. Like, is there anything more important to be loyal to? Keep that to use as rag. I need it.
What do you think about people that don't want to send foreign aid to Israel?
Oh, that's not pro-America. And that's certainly not America first.
How is continuing to send $13 billion every year to Israel America first?
Because that money is in America first, and then it goes to Israel second. So by definition, it's America first. It's good to be a patriot.
Oh, idiocracy, here we come.
Bro, my friend, let me ask you this question. After meals, do you ever feel...
Bro, but that's the fucking thing, is that nobody's laughing big time about this shit because
I am.
Massey just got swatted down. No, like, oh yeah, I am too. Yeah. But dude, Massey just got swatted down, so you just keep seeing these things where I hope, man, this shit's on for a reason. Saving Israel for last, which is the whole Q thing. But at the end of the day, I mean, Trump got knighted as the Jew king, and it's quacking like a duck, and and it's walking like a duck. Like
2017 MVP Zionist of America.
Yeah, but that's the thing. People, dude, that's a whole nother level. The whole Zionist shit, the whole Khazarian, like, dude, people are like, no, fuck that. They like reject it because it's so intertwined in our Hollywood movies that people don't even want to talk about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still to this day, but we're allowed to talk about it a lot more than we used to, which is improvement. But at the end of the day, like, sorry, go ahead.
They don't want to talk about it because it hurts their truth, and what their truth is just a total fucking lie, a fabrication. So
everything's a fabrication,
and that's what that cognitive dissonance.
You're a fabrication.
Thank you.
I am. We are. I am. We are.
We are creations.
Ooh,
You're prefabricated.
Yep. If you haven't been able to notice already,
retired.
Yeah. If you haven't been able to notice, you're right. If you haven't been able to notice already, like, people like will make comments like, "Oh, hey, I think somebody said something about nerdy being way off on AI or something like that." That's the thing, dude. We're allowed to change our minds. This whole show is just gobbledygook. It's a fucking pressure release valve for everyone and anyone who wants to join with the link to get on here and talk shop. Whether or not you want to, or whether or not it's going to damage your reputation, or whether or not you're going to judge yourself, any of that, it doesn't fucking matter. This whole thing is to have something that didn't exist in your life already, but available for you guys to get on here and fucking talk. And me, I use it for that very reason, to sit on here and fucking bitch and complain about shit. And then I'll bitch and complain about how long this fucking show was, because we're 3 hours and fucking 30 minutes into our run it, Marcus.
I was just gonna say, it looks like everything's turning red right now. I don't know if that's going to continue through the night or through Memorial Day.
Bro, don't focus on the market right now.
I'm just saying, if anyone's trying to get
until we get a correction of the market, fuck the market. Honestly, it's gonna go up. It's gonna gonna be volatile right now. We know that.
I'm a hodler, so I'm just saying. If
Bro,
you don't have any
red days are the best days ever. When it goes red
days are best days.
You fucking accumulate.
Best day, red day.
Green, you smile. When it goes red, you accumulate some more.
Bringing it to the air.
Bro, that's fire, dude. Mozurb show today, fellas. Fire show today, fellas. Chat was lit too. Shout out to everyone. We love you. Also, Chevy's back. Where the fuck you been, Chevy? Let's go.
What's up, Chevy?
Yeah, this motherfucker's been MIA for a minute, dude.
He's been waiting for safe moon money.
Yeah. We got RPM. He goes 3 hours, 30 minutes, still no closer to moon. Thanks for that.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yes. We love you guys. Keep your fucking heads on straight. Let's fucking go. Happy Memorial Day tomorrow.
Happy Memorial
Melissa, thanks for rocking this.
Thanks,
slapping the shit out of us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Any last words, guys? Melissa, you want to take us out real quick, please?
Just recognize your power, people. We are the ones. This is the time. It's right now. Learn and grow. Dip a toe. Let's go.
Oh, snap. Everybody come and join. Watch the show. When is it again? It's on Wednesdays?
Wednesdays, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not following us, follow us at Dip a Toe on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, IMUTV.tv, and Twitch. Let's go.
And then join. And
Fucking
then
go.
come, if you're on X, come join the after show, participate in the conversation, and just talk shop. Just, it's a town hall. See what you need to say.
One more thing, guys. XRPL Cancun. Look it up, xrplcancun.com. August 7th and 8th. It's a community-driven event. I'm part of it. It's going to be fantastic. And it's the first XRP event where you can pay in RLUSD and XRP exclusively. You guys want to be there for sure.
What was the date? What was the date?
August 7th and 8th. I'm going from the 5th through the 10th. So if you go to xrplcancun.com, you can find all the information for the tickets and all of that. It's very reasonable. It's all inclusive. So it includes the 2-day event, and you can choose from either a 3-night, 4-day stay or a 4-night, 5-day stay with the opportunity to add on extra days if you'd like. But for like $1,200, you can go to Cancun, have all your meals and your drink included with your rooms. That's like the 3-night stay, and then your transportation to and from the airport. You gotta get your plane ticket too, though. But it's going to be fantastic. There's a lot of different people coming from the community. And if you are interested, you have to buy a ticket, but we're offering free booths too. So if you've ever been to an event, it's very expensive to secure a booth at these kind of conference type things. So you can, once you buy your ticket, if you reach out to myself, or Kita's Brew, if you reach out to one of us, we can hook you up with getting the details regarding the booth. But it's definitely an event. It's for the people, by the people, and it's a family friendly event. You can bring your kids, but it's being powered by Free World. So if you're not familiar with Free World, you can purchase your tickets using FreePay. So pretty cool. Be there, be square, guys.
Ooh-wee. Don't let Taint Dog let you down. We love you guys. Have a good day. We'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.
Peace. I am a soldier in the army of my God. The Lord Jesus Christ is my commanding officer. The Holy Bible is my code of conduct. Faith, prayer, and the Word are my weapons of warfare. I have been taught by the Holy Spirit, trained by experience, tried by adversity, and tested by fire. I am a volunteer in this army. I am enlisted for eternity. I will not get out, sell out, be talked out, or pushed out. I am a soldier. I am not a baby. I do not need to be pampered, petted, primed up, pumped up, picked up, or pepped up, because I am a soldier. No one has to call me, remind me, write me, visit me, entice me, or lure me, because I am a soldier. No one has to send me flowers, gifts, food, cards, candy, or give me handouts. I do not need to be cuddled, cradled, cared for, or catered to. I am committed. I am a soldier. I cannot be discouraged enough to turn me aside. I cannot lose enough to cause me to quit. I will win. I am more than a conqueror. I will always triumph. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthen me. Devils cannot defeat me. People cannot disillusion me. Weather cannot weary me. Sickness cannot stop me. Battles cannot beat me. Money cannot buy me. Governments cannot silence me. And hell cannot handle me. I am a soldier. Even death cannot destroy me. For when my commander calls me from this battlefield, he will promote me to captain and then allow me to rule with him. I am a soldier in the army. I am marching. I am claiming victory. I will not give up. I will not turn around. I am a soldier.
Coffee time with Berserker and Uncle Buster. Doors open. Good to see you. You know where the coffee pot is.
This is Berserker.
Yo, this is Uncle Buster. Get a cup. Let's talk crypto.
Yeah, dude. This coffee's bomb.
Nothing comes between me and my XRP. All in.
Fuck crypto.